But it's just terrible. And I can tell you this, when under the last administration under President Trump, sheriffs nationwide were respected, and we get called down to the White House. I was down there several times, and we would have meetings with some of his personnel, sometimes directly with the president himself. And, I was with him when he signed his opioid bill. I was in a rose garden when he did his Police Reform Act. I sat around roundtable on MS-13 discussions with him, and he seemed to really, really care about law enforcement, about public safety, about keeping us safe. And I can tell you in the past 4 years, what we've seen since this administration has been in, I don't know personally of any sheriff that's been invited to talk to anybody down there. They just don't seem to care what's going on with law enforcement and seem to be working against us rather than working with us. And so, so Tuesday is going to be a big day, and let's hope it certainly goes in the right direction.
Amen to that. And you have another situation there, right? You have an anti-Semitic graffiti situation that you've resolved?
Yeah, we did, and we're still, we have a warrant for the individual that did this. We're not going to put his name out just yet because we're working through some contacts to try to get a hold of him. But yeah, back in May, there were 4 Starbucks that were hit, and they had all kinds of graffiti, mostly in the Ashburn area there. They had everything from Victory to Hamas to Free Gaza, Death to America. It's just unconscionable. The stuff that was going on all over the place, wrong side of history, from the river to the sea. And again, it took us an enormous amount of work, like it did with this homicide. When you talk about all the gumshoe work and knocking on doors and using all our assets, whether it's investigations, canines, you name it, everything that we had. And in this particular case, we worked real hard. We're able to identify this individual and have him charged now with two of the four Starbucks that were hit for both destruction of property and for wearing a mask to conceal his identity in the commission of a crime. So it's felony charge. Both are felony charges. So we're happy. It took us a while to do this, but I can tell you what, we're just not going to put up with that garbage here.
Let me just say this: you're a fantastic sheriff, Mike Chapman, Loudoun County. Got to know him well. He's just terrific. And thank you for what you're doing, Sheriff. We really appreciate it. And don't ignore what he said. You got to vote, folks. You got to vote. Even if it's in your own self-defense, you need to vote. I'll be right back. Folks, we may be standing on the precipice of a post-election economic meltdown. Any election can send shockwaves through our financial system, but this time, the stakes could be higher than ever. Reckless spending, mounting debt, misguided policies has set the stage for potential economic disaster. We can see rapid inflation or even attempts to undermine our currency. That's why I've always relied on diversification and gold for protection. It's been said to be a timeless safeguard against economic chaos, and in these uncertain times, it's more crucial than ever. When it comes to gold, I trust Advantage Gold exclusively. They're one of the top gold companies in America, and they're who I turn to for my own investments. Call 800-900-8000 right now for a free gold investment kit to see how gold can help protect you from post-election chaos. You might even qualify for $1,000 in free silver. That's 800-900-8000. Call 800-900-8000. Tell them Mark Levin sent you. Performance may vary. You should always consult your financial and tax professional.
With SRN News, I'm Keith Peters reporting. Lebanese health authorities say that Israel has launched dozens of intense airstrikes across Lebanon's northeastern farming villages on Friday, killing at least 52 people and wounding 72 others. In central Gaza, Palestinians recovered the bodies of 25 people killed in a barrage of Israeli aerial attacks that began Thursday, according to hospital officials. Flash floods have swept through the region of Valencia, Spain, killing at least 205 people, with untold numbers still missing and countless lives in tatters. As police and emergency workers continue the grim search for bodies, authorities appear overwhelmed by the enormity of the disaster. On Wall Street, the Dow up by 288 points. The Nasdaq rose 144. More details at srnnews.com.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We've got quite a bit of rain on the way with a low-pressure system developing in western Texas that'll be moving north along with a warm front. Showers and thunderstorms are likely for the overnight hours. Watch out for some areas of heavy rainfall. We'll be in the upper 50s on the low and then partly cloudy on Saturday. Showers and thunderstorms are a possibility. We'll stay in the low 70s, back to sunshine Sunday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm John Scott. Amazon led stocks higher while a surprisingly weak jobs report, marred by some unusual occurrences, cemented bets on Wall Street that another cut to interest rates will come next week. The S&P 500 rose 0.4% and recovered from some of its loss from the day before, which was its worst in 8 weeks. The Dow Jones Industrial Average gaining 0.7%, and the Nasdaq Composite added 0.8%. Amazon rallied after delivering a stronger report for the latest quarter than analysts had expected. Treasury yields pushed higher. The Dow up 288 points to close at 42,052. The Nasdaq gained 144 to 18,239. The S&P 500 added 21 points to 5727. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm John Scott.
I was driving home from work.
I got off the bus on my way home from work.
I drive the same way every day.
I get off the same stop every day.
Driving through the intersection.
Walking through the intersection.
I didn't even see her.
I didn't even see him. Then it was too late.
When you're walking.
When you're driving,
look for me.
Drivers, look for pedestrians. Pedestrians, look for drivers. Sponsored by NMDOT and aired in cooperation with the NMBA and this station.
You're going to need me. You're going to need us.
All of us.
You're going to need our technical skills,
our math, our engineering skills.
You're going to need our help with your water, your air, your food.
You're going to need our organizational skills, our problem-solving skills.
You're going to need our determination, our honesty, our compassion.
You're going to need the next generation of leaders to face the challenges the future will bring.
And we promise, we'll be there when you need us.
Today, 4-H is growing the next generation of leaders. Support us at 4h.org.
9970.
Mark Levin.
I don't know about you, but I am planning to scream and run.
He's back on the Mark Levin Radio Show.
This is Roswell's Talk FM, 106.5.
All right, folks. There's still time to receive your free copy. What is this here? Okay. There's still time to receive your free copy of the Constitution and Declaration of Independence from my friends at Hillsdale College before the November election. Although very little. Let's not wait now. You wait, you're not going to get it. Grab your free copy of LevinforHillsdale.com, your copy of the Constitution today. You may remember that Hillsdale's goal is to give away 1 million copies to Americans before the election. If you don't have it, if you do, and you can give it to somebody else. Every American, young and old, should read these documents now, because liberty depends on we, the people, knowing the basic principles of free government. Given the state of our nation, it's more critical than ever for citizens to read and understand these documents. So to claim your own free copy or give one away, go to levinforhillsdale.com. That's Levin for Hillsdale.com. The form is simple. You receive your booklet by mail without paying shipping, but you need to do it tonight. As I mentioned, this offer for you will expire. Reserve your copy while supplies last. Go to levinforhillsdale.com. That's Levin for Hillsdale.com. Levinforhillsdale.com. The Daily Signal, a few months back, we've talked about the economy economic freedom in the United States falls to the lowest level in 30 years in a 2024 global index, writes Anthony Kim some months back. The foundations of economic freedom have been declining around the world for 3 consecutive years, according to a 2024 index of economic freedom. And what they do is they look at 184 countries in the entrepreneurial environment. Despite the disappointing downward trend of global economic freedom, the overall findings of the 2024 index released by the Heritage Foundation are unmistakable. Preserving and further enhancing the institution of economic freedom is the key to economic empowerment and societal flourishing. Gee, I wonder if Kamala Harris will do that. In its 30th anniversary edition, the 2024 index provides a unique opportunity to step back and contemplate the importance of what's taking place here. The index of economic freedom is thoroughly documented. Here's 5 notable takeaways for 2024. You ready? The 2024 index reveals a world economy that, taken as a whole, is mostly unfree. And regrettably, the global average score for economic freedom has fallen further from the previous year, 59.3, and it's now the lowest it has been since 2001, 58.6. Singapore has maintained its status of the world's freest economy, demonstrating a high level of economic resilience. Switzerland is the world's second freest economy, followed by Ireland. Along with these 3 countries, Taiwan continues to be a free economy with an economic freedom rating of 80, which is why Communist China is going to try and take it over. As the world's 4th freest economy, Taiwan is an exemplary free market democracy. But especially troublesome is the continuing decline of the Economic Freedom Index in the United States, whose score plummeted.
The battle is on. Welcome to Roswell Coyote Football on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and online at ksvptv.com.
7-7 is the score. A minute 13 left here in Q1.
Touchdown, Zach Carrasco.
I'm sorry. Did I get ahead of myself? Well, no, I don't think you did, Coach. Let's see what happens here. The package is here, but Zach Carrasco's around the turn. 5 touchdowns. Zach Carrasco. Did you just say that? Somebody did. Okay.
Tonight, your Roswell Coyotes are home at the Wool Bowl, taking on their crosstown rivals, the Goddard Rockets. Coyote Football on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and online at ksvptv.com is presented by Amigo Machinery, Artesia General Hospital, Aubrey Pest Control, Candlewood Suites, Central Valley Electric, Dion's Pizzas, Salads, and Subs, Eastern New Mexico University Portales and ENMU Roswell, Fergie's Plumbing and Heating, Moppin and Brown Dentistry, Pecos Valley Equipment, Plateau Wireless, Richland Dodge, Richland GM, Roswell Seed Company, Trustmark Roofing, Roswell Honda, Roswell Hyundai, Wakefield Oil, and Wakefield Oil Express. Now, let the battle begin.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Moppin and Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Moppin and Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Moppin and Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Dion's Pregame Show on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, ksvptv.com. We're here in Week 11 of New Mexico High School Football. Art Sandoval is your host. I'm here with head coach Jeff Lynn. Coach, good evening, sir. How are you?
Good, man. How are you doing?
I tell you what, I'm doing okay. Just excited to get this game rocking and rolling here. Crosstown rivalry. It's kind of hard for me to even think this is Week 11. This is the last week of high school football. But you know what? It is what it is. But, Coach, let's go ahead and just recap a little bit. The Roswell Coyotes currently ranked number 1 in the 5A classification, coming in 7-1 overall with a strength of schedule of 2.3. And then, of course, the Goddard Rockets, 2-7 overall with a negative 8.7 strength of schedule. But let's talk a little bit. Last week, the Roswell Coyotes traveled over to Las Cruces and played Mayfield. And I tell you what, it was quite an interesting game on a Saturday afternoon. Beautiful over there at the Field of Dreams. But tell me your thoughts, strengths, weaknesses, what you thought about Mayfield, what you thought about the game.
Yeah, no, it was a little bit of a weird game. We had some things happen to us. So there were a lot of penalties. And then we did some things, on defense that a little bit uncharacteristic. We gave up some big plays in the passing game on long yardage situations that hurt us. And then we got some pass interference calls and some long yardage situations. I thought for the most part our defense held up really well all day long, especially, we would get them into 3rd and 20, 4th and 15, and then we would give up a play. And they just kept battling. They played more plays than they played all year long. And I thought they did a great job of holding up and bending but not breaking. Offensively, when we were on the field, we only got 2 possessions in the first half. We only got the ball twice in the first half. And we went down and scored on both those possessions. And then we kind of stubbed our toe a little bit in the third quarter, but we got it going in the fourth quarter and had some success. So just real proud of the boys. The boys battled. It would have been real easy for us to break in that situation and lose that game, but they kept battling and did what they had to do to win the game, and I was proud of that.
So sounds good. Well, definitely this is the second contest that went into overtime, so of course we're kind of familiar with those rules now, and I'm being facetious when I say that. But no, I thought the Big Dog package was really good. I thought your kids played well. Despite the circumstances, it was a rough week for the city of Roswell and, of course, the Roswell Coyotes in general. But the Roswell Coyotes they overcame adversity and got the victory. So that was a big deal for the Roswell Coyotes.
Yeah, give Mayfield credit. I mean, they played their butt off, man. Like those kids, they kind of put a new little wrinkle in for us offensively that we hadn't seen. And then our defense was on the field the whole first half, so it was really hard to adjust to that.
Yeah.
And then defensively, they played well at times. And so, give Mayfield a lot of credit. They've really gotten a lot better over the course of the season. And, I mean, they're going to be a handful in the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with you. So, well, Coach, let's go ahead and shift gears. Again, as we mentioned, this is Week 11 of New Mexico High School football. And basically this is a crosstown rival. The head coach over on the other side now is one of your former assistant coaches, now the head coach at Goddard High School. And so, anyway, Coach, tell me your thoughts about Goddard.
Yeah, they're the best 2-7 team in the state. I mean, if they were in that northern district, they would be district champions, and they would probably be in a situation where they would get in a first-round bye. They had a rough go of it early in the season. They got some kids hurt, and now they've got some of those kids back. And, I mean, you look at the way they played Mayfield. I mean, they lost to Mayfield 28-21
right.
a couple of weeks ago. And then, they got beat by Artesia pretty handily. But, Artesia's a little bit of a bad – if you look at the teams where they've really struggled, it's been Lovington and Artesia, and those teams really throw the ball. And, that's what's given them problems is passing the ball. So we're more like Mayfield than we are like Artesia. And so this is probably going to be a dogfight. And, they're the best 2-7 team in the state.
Absolutely. So how was practice this week, Coach?
Had a good week of practice, right? Like we, Monday we didn't really practice all that long. I mean, we're coming back off that short week. We only had Sunday off, and then – so we've kind of cut our practice a little bit. The theme has been fast and physical. So when we're out there, we're intense, we're getting after it. But we didn't stay out on the field long. But the practices were good. We had that big wind day on Tuesday. Didn't get any film on that day, but neither did Goddard, I'm sure. So we had a good week of practice, and I think our kids are locked in, ready to roll for this thing.
Well, sounds good, Coach. Well, like I said, I know this is a big deal for it's a community event, kind of a big deal for the whole city. Coach, is there anything in closing that you would like to say about the team? Not necessarily Roswell High School. Anything about Goddard? You have the mic.
No, I just think it's we're going to go after each other, and there's the rivalry there and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, I think this is kind of an illustration of what's all good about Roswell Independent School District. I mean, you've got 60 kids from Goddard. You've got 60 kids from Roswell, 120 kids that are busting their tail to play football and get after it. You got the band and the cheerleaders and the dancers. I mean, this is a community event, and, there'll be a lot of people there. And this is really an opportunity for us to showcase what Roswell Independent, the good in Roswell Independent School District. So just excited to to get this opportunity. These games are always fun. They're always tight, and we'll see what happens.
Well, sounds good, and I'm glad you mentioned the band as well too. They're going to be having a performance about 8 minutes apiece. Goddard's going to go first, and then the Roswell Coyotes, the band, the Big Red Band, will go second, and then of course it's going to be extended 20 minutes for the halftime, as you know. But Coach, I appreciate that. Good luck tonight, sir. Good luck to your kids. Good luck to this community, and that's going to be it. Ladies and gentlemen, the Roswell Coyotes will be taking on the Goddard Rockets 1 versus 8 on KSVPTV.com, 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. And I just want to thank the team from KSVP, Tanner Todd, our producer. We'll see you here in just a bit. Thanks for watching, and it's always a great day to be a Coyote.
What's going on, guys? Jeremy Brola here at Roswell Honda, and today I'm going to talk to you about some specials that we have going on at Honda. We have rates as low as 3.9% on select new Hondas, and we're also offering loyalty cash for our competitors' trade-ins. Not only that, I have over a dozen vehicles priced under $25,000, from cars, trucks to SUVs, different brands that are going to give you super low payments right here at Honda. So come see us.
Welcome back to the Roswell Coyote Pregame Show. Now time for your Roswell Coyote Player Spotlight.
My name is Davian. I'm number 56. I'm a junior. I play defensive tackle. I'm involved in football, track, powerlifting, and wrestling. My favorite teacher is Coach Gomez. My favorite football team is the Las Vegas Raiders. My favorite thing about being a Coyote is the brotherhood.
My name is Edgar Marquez. I'm number 57. I'm a senior. I play offensive tackle. I'm involved in football and welding. My favorite teacher is Mr. Boardman. My favorite football team is the Seattle Seahawks. My favorite thing about being a Coyote is the brotherhood.
My name is David Gorman. I'm number 60. I'm a junior. I play DN. I'm involved in football, basketball. My favorite teacher is Coach Gomez. My favorite football team is the Seattle Seahawks. My favorite thing about being a Coyote is the brotherhood.
My name is Josiah. I'm number 64. I'm a junior. I play quick guard. I'm involved in wrestling and football. My favorite teacher is Lisa. My favorite football team is the 49ers. My favorite thing about being a Coyote is the brotherhood.
My name is Caden Lopez. I'm number 70. I'm a senior. I play offensive line. I'm involved in wrestling, powerlifting, and football. My favorite teacher is Miss Nahara. My favorite football team is the Dallas Cowboys. My favorite thing about being a Coyote is the brotherhood.
My name is Noah Lynn. I'm number 71. I'm a senior. I play nose guard. And I'm involved in football, baseball, wrestling, and track. My favorite teacher has got to be Miss Ingram. My favorite football team is the Dallas Cowboys. And my favorite thing about being a Coyote is getting to play with all of my friends and my family, and just being so blessed to have the opportunity to play for an awesome team.
My name is Daniel Chavez. I'm number 72. I'm a junior. I play quick guard. I'm involved in football, wrestling, track and field. My favorite teacher is Miss Nahar. My favorite football team is the New York Giants. My favorite thing about being a Coyote is being able to compete every day and the brotherhood.
My name is Hector. My number is 73. I'm a junior. I play defensive tackle. I'm involved in powerlifting, football, and Big Red Band. My favorite teacher is Mr. O'Dwyer. My favorite football team is Niners. My favorite thing about being a Coyote is the brotherhood.
That's your Roswell Coyote Player Spotlight for tonight. Pre-game show continues right after this.
When getting the job done right is job one, you need construction equipment that's built right. With durable Kubota engines, more comfort, and the versatility to do it all. You need the Kubota construction lineup. Right now, write it off a lot and write it off your taxes for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months or save up to $4,000.
Visit your local Kubota dealer, Amigo Machinery at 2801 Southeast Main Street in Roswell.
And welcome back to halftime here as, we're going to say it, the biggest game in Roswell, certainly all of Chavez County, maybe southeast New Mexico tonight here. Halftime here at the Roswell Goddard matchup. And as is always our tradition here, this week we're back with Britt Cooper, AD for the Roswell Independent School District. Welcome back, Britt. How's how things going? I know it's busy.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome
to Coyote Football on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KSVPTV.com. Art Sandoval, Kelly McDonald, broadcasting live from the Wool Bowl. A beautiful 76 degrees. And about 8 minutes, a little over 8 minutes before game time, the Roswell Coyotes are the home team this evening. The Roswell Coyotes 7-1 overall, 5-1 in district play, ranked 6th overall in the state of New Mexico. And according to Max Preps and the coaches poll, the Roswell Coyotes are ranked number 1. Be taking on the Goddard Rockets, the crosstown rivals overall, 2-7 overall, 1-5 in district play. The Goddard Rockets are 42nd overall in the state of New Mexico, and in the Max Preps and coaches poll, the Goddard Rockets are ranked 8th. Coach, this is going to be an interesting game tonight. Right now they have the national anthem. Right now they have the 60-foot flag, of course, the New Mexico flag, and thank you to Sean Alvarado and, of course, the New Mexico Youth Challenge Academy for coming out and participating in this community event this evening.
Yeah, that's impressive out there on the field right now as the stadium starts to fill up. We may get a late arriving crowd with the time change, and just I don't know why you would arrive late to this game, but who knows? I mean, this is one of the biggest deals in this town every year. I mean, it's usually packed the stadium on both sides, and I really feel like this side at least is going to be full by the time we kick it off.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what, Coach, it is filling up now. I'm really, looking across the way over here on the east side of the field, I really thought that there was going to be more fans at this point in time. But right now, there's only 10 minutes approximately until the start of kickoff here. But, hey, it is what it is. I can tell you on the west side of here, the Roswell Coyotes really filling it up. And the Roswell Coyotes are going to be wearing some brand new black uniforms, wearing the red helmet, and I think the uniform looks really, really good, Coach. Well, Coach, let's go ahead and talk a little bit. We have some time, and we wanted to kind of just go over some stuff here. You and I have about 8 to 10 minutes to talk a little bit of football. This is New Mexico High School Football Week 11. This is the last game of the regular season before playoff starts. And, of course, this Saturday night, as of right this moment, unless they move it to Sunday, will be the seating and selection committee. And we'll find out how both these teams, the Roswell Coyotes and the Goddard Rockets, will be placed in the New Mexico State football tournament.
Well, I don't think there's any question about that. In my mind, partner, we're going to be placed number 1. We're going to win tonight. We're going to win the district, and we're going to be placed number 1 in the tournament. Looking at some potential brackets, I always do some ahead of time, and
right.
And then I got this one off of New Mexico Preps that person does, and they were pretty similar. Had Roswell 1, Artesia 2, and then the winner of the Gadsden-Deming game tonight will probably be the 3 and then the 4. And then Preps liked Los Alamos at the 5, and I disagree with that. I think that'll be Mayfield.
Okay.
And that's going to put Mayfield on our side of the bracket.
Okay.
And that's going to be really the only team. I mean, we owe Highland, but they're not going to make it.
Right.
Well, I mean, they're not going to make it to the semifinals. That's the only team we owe. So that would be the only time that we would have to go on the road would be against Mayfield. So, to me, that's a big deal. We all saw what happened in Mayfield last week. I mean, that's a good team playing their best ball at the best, the right time of year. So
right.
I'm a little concerned about Mayfield, and here's hoping that he's right and Mayfield gets on the other side of the bracket. The way he has the bracket, he's got Artesia, Lovington, and Mayfield all on one side and us on the other. I mean, I'd love for the bracket to come out this way. I just don't think it will.
Well, and that, Coach, I respect your opinion on that, and doing some a little my homework right now too. And I'm going to try and and last week a lot of people they were talking about the broadcast and really loved the fact that you and I had some disagreements, and really did. No, shocking. Seriously, it was shocking, but. Kidding. The gist of it is this. I know Roswell is taking on the crosstown rivals tonight. Goddard right now is 2-7 overall. This is a very, very good 2-7 team. I'm going to tell you right now, watching a little bit of film with the Goddard Rockets, they will stop the run, and so the Roswell Coyotes are going to have to try something else. I don't know if they're going to try to go to the air immediately or if they're going to try to use the big dog package a little bit more than usual. We'll see what happens with that, but the Goddard Rockets are a very, very good 2-7 team, so it's going to be interesting to see. I do think the Roswell Roswell Coyotes will be successful tonight. It's going to be an interesting first half, but I am going to take the Roswell Coyotes 50-20, or at least 50-21 in tonight's contest.
All right, I'll give you my score now.
Okay.
I think the Coyotes will get out to an early lead, and then Coach Lynn will play some reserve players, and
Okay.
I think they'll win 34-7.
Okay, 34-7. Okay. Well, here's another interesting fact, in my opinion. You were talking about the Mayfield Trojans, very, very good Mayfield Trojans team. Now, understand, last week the Roswell Coyotes traveled all the way to Las Cruces, and you have to understand that last week the city of Roswell really had, as everybody knows, the flooding in Roswell, and, the Roswell Coyotes took a couple days off to help the community and all that other stuff with that. We would appreciate that. So it was, all that, no school, had some practices, and traveled that morning. So the Coyotes, I'm not making excuses, but I think the Coyotes are a little better than what they played last week. Now, I do think you're right. I think the Roswell Coyotes, the Mayfield Trojans are much improved, and they're so much improved, Coach, I'm going to take the upset over Artesia tonight.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, they're going to have to score a bunch. I think they'll score on Artesia for sure.
Right.
But I think they're going to have to. Score a whole lot, because it's going to be tough to outscore Artesia. Now that game is in Mayfield, right?
That is in Mayfield.
Yeah.
The game isn't going to be at the Field of Dreams, but I think that's going to be an interesting game. And like you said, I'm looking at the Max Preps polls here, and they have Roswell at 1, Artesia 2, Gadsden at 3, Deming 4, Lovington at 5, Mayfield 6. I'm just telling you, I'm not saying it's going to be an interesting game. Coach Bradley over at the Mayfield Trojans, he knows how to run the option. He knows how to run and attack the ball. And I'm not saying, Artesia, one thing with Artesia, they're going to have to, they throw the ball quite a bit, but Mayfield is really going to have to play defense quite a bit. And I'm going to tell you one thing with the Artesia Bulldogs, they throw the ball well, they wear you down, and you're going to have to play 4 quarters of good football. But right here in this game tonight, look at this, the black uniforms, black socks, some spattered shoes, look at the red helmets. This looks very, very good here. Roswell Coyotes are ready to rock and roll. We're about 2 minutes till kickoff. A little bit more than that, I suppose, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens, Coach.
Yeah, you better get to your starting lineups.
Yes,
if
already.
You're gonna do those.
Yeah, let's do that. Real quick, for the starting lineups for the Roswell Coyotes, let's go ahead and talk defense for the Roswell Coyotes real quick. Starting at cornerback, the 5'6", 150-pound senior, number 5 is Bubba Marujo. And Mason Greathouse, number 8, is the defensive end. Stands at 6'3", 200 pounds. Number 71 is Noah Lynn, the 6'3", 265-pound senior, playing defensive tackle. Number 50 is Dominic Silva, defensive tackle, 6'2", 200 pounds. And big Aiden Rutley wearing number 40, 6'5", 6'6", 240 pounds. And then Isaiah Aranda wearing jersey number 21, playing cornerback, 5'9", 160-pound senior. The linebackers this evening will be number 7, Keegan Nichols at the Sam linebacker position, 6 foot, 185-pound senior. Number 11 is Joaquin Bolaños, Mike linebacker, standing at 6 foot, 195-pound junior. And number 34 is Mikey Lucero, playing wheeled linebacker, 5'11", 190-pound senior. And, of course, the 2 safeties this evening will be number 9, Andrew Padilla, who had a great game last week in Las Cruces. Stands about 5'9", 160-pound senior. And the number 16 is Zy Carrasco, playing safety, 6'2", 185-pound senior. Those are the starters at this point in time. Now, understand, those are the script as of right this moment. We will have some different numbers due to the new black jerseys that the Roswell Coyotes have, so we apologize in advance. We'll get those taken care of here in just a moment. Offensively for the Roswell Coyotes, left to right, wide receiver, about 5'9", 155-pound juniors. Number 4, Colby Sanchez, followed by the line. Number 79 is Isaiah Trujillo, left tackle, 260-pound, 5'10", junior. And then C.J. Kennard, left guard, 5'9", 285-pound junior. And playing center tonight is Matthew Avitia, number 54, 5'8", 200-pound senior. And the number 72 is Daniel Chavez Gonzalez, right guard, 5'10", 260. And then Ethan Lopez, right tackle, and 6 foot, 250-pound senior. And we'll finish with this in just a moment. It looks like the Roswell Coyotes won the toss, and they'll defer to the second half. And there's the kickoff. It is kickoff. And just like that, number 1 for the Goddard Rockets. And, man, that was 10 minutes was not enough, but that's a Josiah Castillo with the return.
And the Goddard Rockets will take over 1st and 10 here in this first quarter. And almost done here. Number 14 is Noah Estrada, tight end, 5'10", 175-pound junior. And the backfield for the Roswell Coyotes is Abe Toscano, Matthew Castillo, Nathaniel Lujan, and the senior captain quarterback is Jacob Palomino. 1st and 10 for the Goddard Rockets, on ball on the 25-yard line. And the quarterback will be Montoya.
Yeah, and we'll see any of those number changes. We'll kind of tell you as we go, as we call their numbers.
All right, just like that. Is there a flag or a timeout? It looks like there's going to be a flag on the east side of the field.
I think it's offsides on the Coyotes.
Okay. And, Coach, and I'm glad you said that. So in order to win this ball game right here, I mean, the Roswell Coyotes really, they're number one team in the state of New Mexico. They're playing pretty good ball for the most part, but the Roswell Coyotes are going to have to eliminate the penalties here in this game.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's always got to be one of the keys to the game for most teams, but especially this Roswell High team. If they can keep that under control, win the turnover battle, they're going to be hard to score on this defense.
All right, 1st and 5 from the 30. Montoya speed option possibly, but another flag.
Offsides again.
And is that number 8? Is that Greathouse again?
Could be.
So they're saying 2 consecutive penalties on Greathouse.
Yeah, and that will not make Coach Fortner very happy. But, I don't know. Now it's 1st and 10. Maybe a little easier to get a stop here than 1st and 5, obviously, but hate to give up the yardage.
I love the white numbers on the black jerseys of the Roswell Coyotes. And a little hard to see the Goddard Rockets numbers, but here it is, the speed option. Montoya is going to take it himself and will finally be brought down about the 35-yard line.
Yeah, they're going to give him forward progress. No gain, maybe Aiden Rutley in there to drag him down. We'll call it no gain.
All right, 2nd down and 10 for the Goddard Rockets. Goddard working from the right hash, we'll call it.
Coach, I want to acknowledge you were still kind of going through the lineups there.
Yes, sir.
They did bring up the freshman, Benjamin Vera.
Okay.
And he kicked off for the Coyotes, so we could see him use more than one kicker tonight.
Okay. Sounds good. 2nd down and 10 for the Goddard Rockets. It's going to be shotgun left for Montoya. And dropping back to pass. In trouble. And escapes trouble. And there's going to be a flag on the play, and it looks like that might be coming back. Looks like a hole in the Goddard Rockets.
Yeah, Bolaños and Mikey Lucero able to get him down after a gain of close to 10, but this one does appear to be coming back.
As we mentioned earlier, this is a community event between the Roswell Coyotes and the Goddard Rockets, but look downstairs, Coach. You have the Charlie's Angels, the Mesa Panthers, the Roswell Cheerleaders, and, of course, the Mountain View Mustangs on the west side of the field. You have Goddard on the other side, along with Sierra and Berendo.
And do we have the middle school bands here as well?
Well, the middle school bands are not going to participate tonight. So at halftime today, or this evening, Goddard is going to be the first one. They're going to have about a 10-minute, maybe a 10.5-minute performance. And then the Roswell Coyotes will then come back and do about a 9-minute performance, 20-minute extended half during halftime today. So 2nd down and 20 as the penalty is a hold for the Goddard Rockets. Looks like.
Well, it's going to be 2nd 25. They did it from the spot of the foul. So
2nd and 25 then? Yeah. Okay. So 2nd and 25 from the 25. Montoya is in trouble, and it looks like Aiden Rutley.
Yeah, Rutley and Greathouse. Who was there first? I mean,
well, it's just pretty much simultaneous.
Yeah. We're going to give him a half sack on that.
All right, so it's going to be a 3rd down, and they're having 23 on the scoreboard, but it's more than that. As you've mentioned, it's probably going to be more like 3rd and about 28.
Yeah, I mean, they've got to get to the 45.
Actually, probably 3rd and about 30, 33.
Yeah. So that's not a whole lot of plays drawn up for 3rd and 33.
And
the Coyotes got to be careful here, though, and make sure they're aware of the down and distance and just keep them in front of them.
All right, it's going to be
delay games going to back them up
even more. All right, so if you were Coach Arturo Bolaños, head coach of the Goddard Rockets, are you going to run this or are you going to try to throw? Knowing the fact that you have a couple of cornerbacks that really have been playing well all year with Andrew Padilla and Zy Carrasco. What do you do in that situation?
I tell you what, I'd consider quick kicking, but the problem with that is look who's back deepest for the Roswell Coyotes.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Zy Carrasco, and now they're going to put Nichols there too. And either of those guys could go to the house on a quick kick.
And then, of course, Padilla over here on the left side. There's a speed option. Looks like Montoya might take it out himself. And he's going to be taken down by Mason Greathouse once again. So it's good to see Mason Greathouse in the ball game. And then, of course, Luis Godoy's back from injury. So it looks like the Roswell Coyotes, at this point, for the most part that I know of, are pretty healthy.
I don't know of an injury. A player, a new injury, certainly. So this could be the healthiest they've been all season.
All right, so it looks like number 3 is going to be Matthew Castillo. He is lined up about the 42-yard line. The Goddard Rockets kicking from their own end zone. It's going to be a good snap and almost blocked. And
very short.
Not a very good punt, as it's going to take a Roswell bounce, and Coyotes will take over about the 25-yard line.
Yeah, that's going to net
the Goddard Rockets.
That's going to net 13 yards on that punt.
13. Okay.
So the offense will take the field. I know the guy who runs New Mexico Preps was questioning whether or not the Coyotes could run the football against Goddard.
Well,
they might have to resort to their passing game, but I'm not sure I agree with that. We'll see.
First and 10 from the 25. It's going to be dumped off over to Matthew Castillo. Castillo on his feet. On the 20, still on his feet, and finally going to be brought out of bounds.
I think they're going to give him the first down. Yep, 11 yards.
So positive yardage for the Roswell Coyotes and another first down for the Roswell Coyotes. Coyotes moving the ball. They're going to say it's going to be 2nd and 1. Okay, so they're going to be short, just shy. So it's going to be 9 yards. A net of 9. Palomino, shotgun. He's going to roll out to the right side.
Oh, he's got people open.
And into the end zone and just in and out of the hands of Luke Lynn.
Well, Lynn and Estrada were too close.
Patterns were pretty much.
Something was not right there because those guys should not have been that close together. They were both open. And I thought Palomino just kind of put a little too much mustard on it.
Well, I'm okay with that mustard. Now, here's the thing. It was a good play. It's just, in my opinion, I thought maybe get the first down and then try, 4 opportunities then. But now it's a 3rd and 1. Palomino will be under center with motion.
Oh, no, I like going to the end zone there.
And there's going to be the toss over to Cloud, and Cloud's going to lose yardage. And now the Coyotes going to have to make a decision here on 4th down. I say you go for it here.
Oh, they'll go for it. And they're going to come in with the big dog package.
Well, why would you not?
So -6 for Cloud on the great. I didn't see who made the tackle. It's so hard to see those numbers.
Well, and we do apologize. We are trying to get those numbers for the Goddard Rockets. It's just from this angle here, it is extremely hard to see the royal blue. Is that what they call it, the numbers?
Oh, not royal, no.
Okay.
No, navy.
Navy blue, okay. All right, there's Carrasco. He's going to hand that off. That's going to be Nichols for the 10-5. And Nichols down finally at the 1-yard line. And Zy Carrasco did such a good job with the fake. I thought he was going in for the end zone, but no, it was Keegan Nichols.
Well, all eyes, if you watch any film, all eyes on Carrasco as we have a Goddard Rocket hurt on the play. All eyes are on Carrasco in that package, and Keegan Nichols nearly scores. Mason Greathouse tried to help him kind of carry him over, but they will have a 1st and goal to goal at the 1. And they are going back to the regular offense.
It looks like Eric Gutierrez for the Goddard Rockets is kind of shaken up. He will be limping a little bit. He is with his athletic training staff. Appears to be okay, but he is going to be out at least 1 play. So the Roswell Coyotes threading 1st and 1. 7:44 left in this first half. The score is 0-0.
And I think Palomino is just going to push between Avitia and Kennard here.
Well, and that's exactly what he should do, and that's exactly what he did. And the Roswell Coyotes strike first. From 1 yard out, the Roswell Coyotes lead 6-0 here in this first quarter. So Palomino the senior captain quarterback from 1 yard out.
And they're going to bring the freshman in.
Man, I love it.
Benjamin Vetta. They're high on this kid. Another soccer player, the lefty.
And Vetta, he's up and good. So the Coyotes do lead here in this first quarter with 7:36 left. Coyotes lead 7-0. We're going to take a break. Coyote football, KSRPTV.com, 106.5, Roswell's Talk FM.
Wakefield Oil Company is a name you can rely on with full service at the pump the way it used to be. You can expect service in just 15 seconds. They offer bulk fuel and oil services and even diesel exhaust fluid. Wakefield Oil Company will deliver to farms, ranches, dairies, the oil fields, and more with dependable service you can count on. So the next time you need service or delivery, go with the name that locals have trusted since 1983. Wakefield Oil Company, 311 South Virginia in Roswell. Let them earn your business.
All right, welcome back to KSRPTV.com, 106.5, Roswell's Talk FM. Coyotes lead here in this first quarter, 7-0. From 1 yard out is Jacob Palomino, and the freshman kicker, Vetta, PAT was up and good. So let's see what happens here. Very, very good kicker, and he is only a freshman. Talking about pressure, huh?
Yeah,
Goddard game?
Yeah, for your first action. Ooh, Joaquin Bolaños.
Yeah, I do see him.
With the tackle there at the 25. Short kick, short run back. And this formidable defense steps back onto the field. And we'll see if, Goddard's going to roll out with Isaiah Montoya, at least to start with, the sophomore. They're going to start off running back with the senior, Xavier Perez. You got to keep an eye on Josiah Castillo.
Right.
You got to keep an eye on Jose Porras Jr. I think it's Jr.
Yes, I believe it is.
Or the third, I'm not sure, but...
yeah, Jose Porras for sure. I think he is junior.
Look, they're splitting out. Empty.
Quick empty, and look at that. Just a quick pass over to Josiah Castillo. And kind of a... I don't want to say dangerous pass, but kind of could have been.
Well, I mean, he's well covered by Aranda.
By Aranda, yeah.
But I think mostly he had to get rid of it, or it did get rid of it before he really wanted to. I mean, that's a good matchup with Josiah Castillo. I mean, he's a good athlete. He's 6'3", can jump high, multiple sport guy. And, he's dangerous.
Right.
I'd throw it up to him several times today. They're going to have to be aware. And especially in this set when they have to have all the safeties on the other side.
Empty formation now for Goddard. And in trouble, and escapes trouble is Montoya. Still on his feet, and Zach Carrasco will just go ahead and put Montoya down. And then it's going to bring up a third down situation for the Goddard Rockets.
Yeah, he's wanting to pass there, and just not even a full second to even look through the reads and see if somebody's going to be open, because that defensive line is just in the backfield almost the same time as a football.
All right, they're going to call it 3rd down and 3 from the 34. Coyotes do lead 7-0 with 6:41 left.
Well, they're showing pressure up the middle.
And they're going to be it's going to be a pass. And going nowhere is the Goddard Rockets.
Yeah, they're going backwards. But,
trying to get you a number there. That's number 81 for Goddard. That's Jose Porras, yeah.
And Greathouse with the tackle for loss. And his second of the game already. Go with that half sack. And now Castillo, another chance to do something special with the football. I spoke to him this morning, and, they were confident, looking forward to this game. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching that kid play.
Of course. I'll tell you what, 4th and 5 now for the Goddard Rockets. And Matt Castillo about the 40-yard line. There's going to be a kick, and a better kick this time for the Goddard Rockets. And Castillo is going to take it himself. And that's going to be a flag. Why would you do that? And another flag.
Noah Lenz was more obvious to me than the first one.
And both of them, I mean, you can't do that. That's
Well, I thought on that first one he maybe was on the side, on the shoulder, but.
Well, it's my understanding of my interpretation of the rule is if it's too close for that, you have to call it.
Yeah.
You have to actually have your shoulders, and again, this is my interpretation of the rule. You have to actually be turned or getting close to turn before you can lay the wood. So it looks like there's going to be a Goddard rocket down about the 35-yard line.
Well, and if they and the white hat says, which one do you want to take? And so obviously he's going to take the one that happened deeper down the field. So they'll spot the ball after the penalty yardage starting from about the 29. So the Coyotes are going to start, 15-yard line.
Yeah.
14, 15-yard line.
I don't have a number downstairs as it is kind of blocked out there. I know the Roswell High and Goddard training staff is on the field about the 35-yard line. You have Bolaños and Montoya come down there, and they go back, so they know that, that's going to be number 3, and that's Gary Roybal.
Yeah, the senior. Looks to be all right, though.
Yeah. Well, he had a couple of good hits there. I shouldn't say good. He had a couple of hits by Gladue and Lynn. 2 separate penalties, but the Roswell High Coyotes will take over about the 18-yard line is what they're going to say, maybe 19.
Yeah, so I thought it was a 15-yard penalty. It's just a 10, so they will get the ball just inside the 20.
All right, so the Roswell Coyotes will be 1st and 10 from the 19, working from about the middle part of the field, we'll call it. For the listeners on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, Coyotes do lead 7-0 with 5:30 left in this first quarter. Palomino, the senior captain quarterback, shotgun, actually pistol formation now. That looks like Abe Toscano behind. It is. And Toscano's on his feet, and I'll tell you what, that's an excellent run by Toscano. Good read. And it's going to be close, but it's going to be second down and about 3 or 4.
Yeah, nice run on first down. That's what you want to do, especially deep in your own territory. Just get a chunk of it on first down. Opens up the playbook. See Luke Lynn in there at the tight end position.
You have Colby Sanchez down at the bottom of your screen. And there's Palomino rolling out. Going to look back to the right side, and it's going to be dumped off and a little strong. And I like the white numbers, but it's really still kind of hard from the far end on the east side a little bit. But they're better.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking for it. Had Dominic Pacheco open there, just missed him.
I have to say that inside joke there from Mr. Pilar Carrasco and I. All right, so you have number 3, which is Matt Castillo, and number 4, Colby Sanchez. Bottom of your screen now. It's going to be pistol formation, 3rd and 4 now for the Roswell Coyotes. Abe Toscano behind, motion.
Ball's out.
Ball's out.
He's out of bounds.
No, it's going to be Goddard ball.
Boy, it sure looked like he's out of bounds before it was recovered.
Was that Toscano?
Yeah. Yeah, and he had most of the first down there.
Why am I seeing number 3 in my mind then?
Yeah, I don't know. That's yeah, I'd like to see that angle. If we could see a sideline angle of that, it sure looked like that ball was recovered with part of the body out of bounds, and that should have been brought back to the spot of the. I mean, maybe he was still in bounds when he collected it. Sure didn't look like it to me.
All right, 1st down and 10 on the 30-yard line.
Oh, look, they're running the big dog.
They're going to attempt the big dog package this time, and that ain't going to work very good for the Goddard Rockets. Maybe a little bit.
Yeah,
I guess it did for a positive 5 yards, so it did.
You know, anytime you have a Roswell Goddard football game, the two teams know each other very well. But especially so now that our Bolaños took over the program, and you know it's not going to be a lot of, you're going to have new secrets. If you've got any secrets, they're going to have to be new secrets.
Are you gonna try to pull some Harry Wong on us?
Well, maybe.
Okay,
maybe.
All right. 2nd and 6 now for the Goddard Rockets. It was a gain of 4 yards. There's the big dog package for Goddard now. Montoya, the quarterback, dropping back to pass, rolling out to the left side in trouble, and he's going to take a shot to the side, and that's going to be picked off by the Roswell Coyotes, and he is going to be inbounds.
Who is it? Number 12, that's Nicholas Anaya.
Good job by Nicholas Anaya, and he's fired up over here.
Just a little bit.
He's trying to get the turnover. Where's the turnover chain?
Where is it? Where is it? Get it out.
And they can't find it.
So the Coyotes turn it over, and the Rockets turn it right back over.
All right, so 1st and 10 now for the Coyotes from the 8-yard line now. This game started at 6 p.m. an hour earlier due to potential rain in the forecast.
Nice block by Luke Lynn there. And
Palomino on his feet, still on his feet. Good hard run, so 1st down for the Roswell Coyotes. This is week 11 of New Mexico high school football. This is the last home game for both Roswell and Goddard. Even though Goddard has a 2-7 record, I think they still could be in the playoffs.
Oh, I don't think there's any question they make the playoffs. It'll I don't know about the seed, but they will be there.
I think they're going to get an 8 or 9 seed personally, but well, it depends on this game still. Still a lot of game to be played.
Well, and that means potentially playing us again.
Palomino rolling out, in trouble.
Get rid of it, Jacob. Get rid of it, Jacob.
And he's still going to try to make something happen. He's decided to go ahead and take it himself, and finally hit hard and brought out of bounds. That's by number 27.
So all that for a gain of 1.
Nathan Reed. Yeah, Nathan Reed did a good job with the hit.
Maybe 1, half a yard.
So 2nd down and 9. Yeah, one of the things Jake has really done a good job this year is improved since week 1 for sure. And on that situation there, you just go ahead and let the ball go and get it out of bounds. All right, it's going to be a quick pass over to the flat area to Luke Lynn. And maybe gain of 1?
Oh, maybe 3, I think.
Okay. They're going to say gain of 4. All right, you got a better angle there, Coach, so you're right. So it's going to be 3rd down and 6. 7-0 is the score. Roswell Coyotes to lead. 2:35 left in the first quarter.
It's big down for Goddard right here. If they can get the Coyotes off the field here, that's going to be big for them.
All right, so there's about 7 seconds left on the clock downstairs. They do get it off, and it's going to be a handoff.
Look at Toscano. Wow.
Look at the 1st down.
I think he's going to be the...
Well, see the spot of the...
That spot will be a 1st down.
Yep. And there goes the chain gang.
And I'll tell you what, he was hit. Most of that yardage came after contact, and that's just a good, hard run from A.B. Toscano and a big 1st down for the Coyotes.
Man, what a beautiful evening. 73 degrees right now here in Roswell, New Mexico. 1st and 10 for the Coyotes. Motion by Castillo. Handed off again. And that's a great job by A.B. Toscano. Still on his feet and fumbles again.
Again, my goodness.
Well, and I think that time the ground caused the fumble.
Did we get a flag in there late?
No, I didn't see a flag.
Okay. So it was recovered by number 74. And that is C.J. Kennard. So, but 2 fumbles for A.B. Toscano after a gain of about 7.
We'll see if Coach Lynn will decide to pass here on 2nd and 3. He does. And he's going to take a shot up the middle and just a little too much. I mean, Jake has a pretty good arm, but he was in trouble and got hit hard at the end.
Okay, and I tell you what, you got 2 receivers going to the same spot of the field.
Yeah,
that's not correct. That's not what they should be doing. So they need to clean that up. And honestly, they both had a step on their defenders, but they're both running to the same spot in the field.
Yeah, I'm not real sure with there goes Sanchez and Castillo at the top of your screen here. I'm going to see if the Roswell Coyotes will call a timeout here to discuss some strategy here.
Well, the
reset of the ball.
Zebras weren't set. They're in about 3.
Okay. Pistol formation for the Coyotes. And Palomino is just going to throw it down, and that could it be intentional grounding?
No, he's got Castillo right there.
Palomino's hurt.
Oh, shoot.
All right. Now let's take a timeout. We'll be right back. Coyote Football, KSVPTV.com, 106.5, Roswell's Talk.
Our new business solution is providing an amazing Wi-Fi experience. Frankie's Cafe is booming more than ever. I'm here, undercover, to check it out.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah. Hi. Would you mind taking a video I can upload to TikTok?
Oh, this happens a lot. Sure, I'm a TikTok guy. You can add different music.
Oh, no, I meant, can you take a video of us?
And that's called a photo.
All right, we are back. Looks like Palomino is okay. Walking off the field on his own might. Training staff for the Roswell Coyotes are not terribly concerned at this point, so it looks okay. It looks okay. Palomino, a tough kid.
Oh, no, they did call grounding there.
Intentional grounding, and I thought that was correct. So 4th and 3, so the Coyotes will punt. Now,
well, I'm going to have to look back on the intentional grounding rules because he appeared to be outside the pocket, had a receiver within very close. I mean, Castillo was right there.
You thought so? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like that call at all.
So 4th and 21, Zach Carrasco will punt. That's a beauty. I'm going to be real curious to find out where the spot of that ball is going to be.
Yeah.
Wow. I thought they gave the Roswell Coyotes a really good spot.
47-yard punt. No return. That's why he was the punter of the year in the state last year.
Yeah, well, by all means. All right, so it's going to be 1st down and 10. 46.9 seconds left here in this first quarter. Coyotes do lead 7-0 on a 1-yard touchdown run by Palomino. And then the PAT's up and good.
Conversation with the offense down there.
Good positive yardage now for Goddard. I can't see the numbers, and no disrespect, I just don't like the numbers. I thought they had to change that.
Yeah, there's not enough contrast. The numbers, even though they're outlined in a light color, don't contrast with the jersey, and that's not. I think by next year
they have to renew. Right.
This will be the last year they could wear those. I'm looking for Palomino on the sideline, or perhaps he's in the tent.
Well, he is, and we were supposed to move the tent over here. We moved it over there on that side so people can see, and they were going to try to leave it up, but we need to move that tent over next time for the playoffs. Well, first quarter expires. Coyotes do lead 7-0. We're going to take a break. KSVPTV.com, Coyote Football.
Check out some of the bargains you'll find this week at your local Farmers Country Market. Select bottles of International Delight Coffee Creamers are $3.88 each, and select boxes of Wide Awake single-serve coffee pods are $3.98 each. In produce, snack-sized juicy oranges are 4 for $1, and 6-ounce containers of blackberries, blueberries, or raspberries are 2 for $5. In the meat department, family packs of 80% lean ground beef are $3.59 a pound, and pork baby back ribs are $2.99 a pound. These are just some of the savings you'll find this week at your local Farmers Country Market.
We are back. KSPTV.com, 106.5 Roswell Stock FM. First quarter expires. Coyotes do lead by 7. And Coyotes getting ready to go back on the field. It looks like Palomino is in the tent now, but not certain what's going on.
Yeah, Luke Lynn's over there talking to him, and that would be the backup quarterback. Although you'd probably see an even healthier dose of the big dog package, I think, if Palomino has to miss any time.
So training unit, you have Lisa and Dr. Pignon talking to Jeff Lynn. So we might see Luke Lynn here in the second quarter. Well, that's what we're going to do here. If we're not going to keep that tent up, we're going to have to move that tent back over here. It is for the betterment of our kids. I do think that Palomino might be out. It looks like Luke Lynn might get the start here in the second quarter.
Well, you'd think he'd be warming up, but he is talking to Coach Gomez, who is the play caller. So,
yeah, and I see Lacey getting some ice now. So better safe than sorry. This is, even though it is a district contest, this is still have a couple of weeks before the playoff. I'm going to go out on a limb and say the Roswell Coyotes will have a first round bye.
Yeah, I don't think you'll have to go too far out on that limb.
Speed option.
Oh, my goodness.
Montoya taking a beating. That's Aiden Rutley.
My goodness. That was, well, I don't know how to describe it.
Well, it was just a stunt right there, and he did his job and ended up getting the sack for a loss. So second down and 16 for the Goddard Rockets, 7-0 in favor of the Roswell Coyotes. Under 11 minutes here in the second quarter. All right, Montoya, the quarterback, I'm assuming. And, boy, he's getting beat up.
Yeah, once again, has to get rid of that one before he wants to.
By Rutley. I mean, Rutley's just coming around, and, well, that time it wasn't Rutley, I don't guess.
No, I think that was
yeah, that's
Galmond.
Galmond. David Galmond, the 6'4", 210 defensive end. So third and 16 now for the Goddard Rockets.
Yeah, Rutley's getting a breather here.
Well, I think we're going to end up seeing Luke Lynn here in the second quarter. Palomino seems to be okay, but they're probably going to take precaution at this point. And it's going to be handed off. And that's going to be coming back. It's going to be a hold.
It might not. They may decline that. Nicholas Anaya, who recovered, or had the interception, earlier.
That's going to be Xavier Perez, the 5'8" senior.
So will they go decline it and go to 4th and 9?
Well, I'm not sure. I'm going to find out.
They're deciding where it would be spotted. Chop block. And they will decline it and bring up 4th and about 9, and I think that's the right thing to do.
All right. So it's going to be, what did you say it was, Coach? I'm sorry?
4th and 9.
4th and 9, okay. Well, just a quick shout out to the boss over there in Lubbock. He is watching from his room. Just sent us a picture over there.
Oh,
Mr.
nice.
Gene Dow recovering, so our prayers are with you, buddy.
Oh, Noah Lynn almost
got it.
Almost pushed the defender into the punter, or the blocker, I should say. Easy now, easy.
What'd you see?
A little extracurricular action here.
Yeah, that's
Greathouse and Xavier Perez.
Yeah, Greathouse needs to use some sense. Don't.
Well, and Dominic Silva making sure.
Yeah, that's.
He helps him out with his decision making there.
Yeah, that's. You got to be careful with that. I get it. It's a Roswell Goddard contest, but you also have a playoff. You don't want to get ejected, because if you get ejected, then you don't play the next game.
Right, and not the next week, the next game.
And
so
that's
that
the playoff
bye
game.
week doesn't save you in those situations. All right, here's Luke Lynn.
All right, yeah, it's going to be first down and 10 from the 26. Luke Lynn, the quarterback, will hand it off to Abe Toscano, and we'll have positive yardage.
Yeah, about 5 for Toscano, and Toscano does a great job on that play holding on to the football. He's got 5 carries now and 2 fumbles.
All right, so they're going to call it second down and 5. I wish they get the scoreboard taken care of. So second and 5, Luke Lynn, the starter here in quarter 2.
Oh,
I was afraid of that. That looks nuts.
Bad snap from Avitia. And you know what? I don't really get that. I get it if you're under center, how that could be a little different. But,
yeah.
I mean, a shotgun's a shotgun.
Yeah, I think they're taking, as far as Palomino, I'm sorry, Coach, for the pause. I'm just trying to see what's going on here. I think it's right now might be just a little strain bruise, potentially to the tendon, maybe close to the fibula. But he seems to be fine. They're going to take precaution at this time. So, okay, there's going to be a timeout on the field. We're going to take one, too. Coyote football on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KSVPTV.com.
Find your path to a greater future with Eastern New Mexico University. If you're looking to take the next step in your higher education journey, both in person and online, Eastern New Mexico University is the place for you. ENMU is now accepting applications for spring 2025. So don't miss out on your opportunity to join more than 5,700 fellow Greyhounds on this exciting path to student success. For more information, visit enmu.edu. Eastern New Mexico University. Student success, that's what we're about.
All right, we are back here at the Bull Bowl. Roswell Goddard game. Kyle's 2 lead, 7-0, 9:08 left here in this first half. Kyle's did take a timeout. Luke Lynn is the quarterback here in this second quarter due to an injury by Palomino. Taking precaution, it seems like, more than anything, but better safe than sorry at this moment, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, we're not gonna see Jacob anymore today, and obviously looking at a bye week.
You have 2 weeks to recover from whatever it might be.
Yeah, and their word is it might just be a bruise, and that's obviously what we're hoping for.
Correct. All right, Luke Lynn, quarterback, 3rd and 20.
Well, you're going to see the young man's arm here.
Well, I know it's only about 6:40 here in Roswell. Most games start at 7 p.m. here. Once again, we started this game a little late due to the fact that there is, look at that pass. Holy McKnight. The strong arm, Luke Lynn, threw that ball with ease.
Yeah. Looking for Keegan Nichols across the middle, and
it's going to be a 4th and 20 now. With ease, Coach.
Oh, yeah, no, that's the arm strength is not an issue. And Keegan wasn't really open there.
Well,
he just kind of put the ball up there and where maybe he could get it,
Threw it in traffic.
Yeah,
yep.
Yeah, which is fine on 3rd and 20.
You mentioned earlier, Coach, this is a good opportunity for Luke Lynn to get some, reps here. We hope that Palomino is okay, but if not, then Luke's going to have to take care of business. And that's going to be a great kick.
Wow.
Let it roll. That's a great job. Keep on going. And let's see if I get a number there of that young man that's just hustling down the field. I think that's number 28, Coach. Kyle Williams.
Well, how about a 72-yard punt?
Well, that is a record for probably Zy Carrasco this year. And if not, maybe a
school record.
School record, yeah.
Golly. Talk about flipping the field. 72-yard punt. When he let it go, I saw it was solid, and I saw it was going to bounce in front of the return man, and I thought, boy, if that kicks just right, that could be a great punt, and oh boy, did it ever.
All right, so the Goddard Rockets now working 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line. They are in Coyote territory.
No, they're at their own.
Excuse me, their own territory. Yeah, I'm sorry, Coach.
Yeah. Don't want to scare the folks
yeah,
out
in
there.
Rocket territory. I'm sorry.
Oh, boy. Noah Lynn this time. Playing with a little chip on his shoulder there, I think.
Yeah, I'm in Rocket territory. On the south part of the field.
And that's going to be a loss of 1, so Noah Lynn will get his first tackle for a loss. 12 tackles in the game total for the Coyotes so far. 5 of them have been for loss.
All right, second down and 11. Down here, I do see Josiah Castillo down beneath. Lower part of your screen, speed option possibly, but Montoya is going to take it himself. And more than likely have the first down.
No, he's still going to be about 3 yards short. Zach Carrasco.
So 25, 26, 27. Okay, so yeah, it's going to be third down and about 3.
You know, I would be throwing the ball up to those 2 really tall, really athletic receivers. You know, Josiah Castillo, Jose Porras, because our defenders are good, but they're not tall. And you can get some matchups there.
All right, it's going to be handed off, and oh boy, I tell you what.
Tackle for loss.
And a flag on the play. And that might be on the Goddard Rockets, and most of the time in that angle, it could be a holding call, but let's see what the officials indicate.
Tackle by Borrego. And they'll decline that penalty, I believe, if it's against Goddard. Unless it's after the play, and then they'll holding.
Yeah, and that's what it is. It will be a hold.
And but then a face mask on Roswell.
So that's going to be offsetting.
Offsetting. So we'll replay 3rd and 3. So that play did not occur.
All right, so it's going to be third down and 3 from the 24. Looks like Goddard will.
Will they run it again?
Yeah, I think, third and 3, I think Montoya could end up passing here. And they don't. And it's going to be a loss, possibly.
Probably going to get in the line of scrimmage, but look like Bolaños. Joaquin Bolaños making the play, and it's going to bring up 4th and about 1, or maybe 2. 4th and 2, and you're tempted to go for it here, but you're just too deep inside your own territory.
All right. Well, excuse me. This is the Roswell Goddard game. You just never know what's going to end up happening.
Can you see a number on the punter?
I don't see numbers for Goddard at all. I'm just going based on some of the scripts and some of the film that we see. I don't anticipate a fake punt here, 4th and 2. And no, it's not. It's going to be returnable possibly?
No, out of bounds.
Okay.
So that'll be pretty decent field position for the Roswell Coyotes.
And we do apologize. We do see some numbers over here on the west side, but it's just not a...
Yeah, number 3 is the punter. Thank you.
Number 3 is the punter.
Mr.
So that's
Producer, sir.
Yeah, Gary Roybal then is the punter for Goddard. Thank you, Mr. Tanner Todd.
Yeah, I got the benefit of that zoomed-in shot.
Yeah, do we have actually, we don't have a mic downstairs, do we?
I don't know.
I don't know if we do or not. All right. Nonetheless, 1st and 10 for the Roswell Coyotes. 7-0 is the score in favor of the Roswell Coyotes. And Zai Carrasco is
tackle for a loss.
Going to be taken down for a loss, huh? And Coach, I have to admit, I didn't see. Was it more of a big dog package?
Oh, it was absolutely the big dogs out there.
All right. So now here's this: with Palomino being out and potentially could be out for the remainder of this game due to precaution, but could Zai Carrasco end up taking the quarterback position, or do you think Luke Lynn will?
Now, like I said earlier, I think he might get more reps than they had planned, but they're going to roll with Luke. They're fine with it.
And see, and here's the thing right here. You know, we were talking about the big dog package and how Mayfield was prepared for it for the most part. But I'm going to tell you right now, the Goddard Rockets really doing a pretty good job.
A great job on those 2 plays, for sure.
All right, but this is where Zy Carrasco is very dangerous. Not only can he run, he can throw the ball. And, you know, again, his freshman year, he was actually the quarterback for that freshman team. So we'll see what happens here.
Well, a freshman team that I believe went undefeated. And
they did.
The only thing is,
there it is.
You know, he's his number 1 receiver out of this is Palomino.
There's Carrasco. He's going to take a shot to the side. Keegan Nichols. It's going to be a completed pass. So good job as Zy Carrasco fakes the handoff, rolls out to the right side, and completes the pass to Keegan Nichols. And the Roswell Coyotes will have another first down. So great job. Good connection from Carrasco to Keegan Nichols. Now the Roswell Coyotes are in Goddard Rocket territory.
Yeah, I gave him 30 yards. Might not be exactly right on it. Might just be 29, but yeah, I mean, he's certainly capable of throwing the football.
Okay, so first and 10 from the 27-yard line. 7-0 is the score, 4:44 left. Toscano on his feet, 20, 15, 10, and finally brought down about the 6-7-yard line, but there's going to be a flag on the play. And it looks like there's an injured Goddard Rocket, and it looks like that might be number 5, Daniel Moreno. He's limping off. The training unit for the Goddard Rockets will help the young man up, go to the east side of the field, but there's a flag on the play.
It's chop block. I don't know why he's looking over to this sideline. But the play never happened, and they will back up 10 I
yards.
believe.
Yep. Well, is it confirmed a chop block?
Well, yes,
okay.
That was the indication.
Okay, so the indication on the field will be a chop block. It should be a 10-yard penalty for the Roswell Coyotes. So it will be first in about 20 yards, maybe more than that. It's going to be actually...
Yeah, because of where it occurred.
The spot of the foul.
Yeah, it occurred deep in the backfield, so it winds up being about a 15-yard penalty, almost exactly.
All right, so there's still an injury on the field. Let's take a timeout, Coach. Well, hold on a minute. Let's see. Is it an official timeout?
Yeah, let's take one.
All right, we'll be right back. KSBTV.com, 106.5, Roswell Talk FM. You're listening to Coyote Football.
Wakefield Oil Company is a name you can rely on with full service at the pump the way it used to be. You can expect service in just 15 seconds. They offer bulk fuel and oil services and even diesel exhaust fluid. Wakefield Oil Company will deliver to farms, ranches, dairies, the oil fields, and more with dependable service you can count on. So the next time you need service or delivery, go with the name that locals have trusted since 1983. Wakefield Oil Company, 311 South Virginia in Roswell. Let them earn your business.
All right, welcome back. Coyotes do lead 7-0, 4:36 left here in this first half. Coach McDonald, any surprises so far for you? I know your prediction was pretty low. I know mine was a little higher than we thought, but we still have a lot of football to be played. But what's your thoughts?
Well, I mean, with the Palomino injury just kind of throws a monkey wrench into everything. Luke Lynn's been in some tough down and distance situations already. And he'll be in another one here, 2nd and 25.
Yeah, that was going to be Luis Godoy.
And Godoy gets basically nothing there.
Had a few reps last week in the Las Cruces Mayfield game. And, I did talk with him today right before lunch and asked him how he felt. And he said he felt really good and was excited to be back on the field. 2nd down and about 25 for the Roswell Coyotes. Ball is on the 42-yard line, working left hash. It is Luke Lynn at quarterback, shotgun, and rolling out to the right side is Lynn trying to find an eligible receiver. And this time, Lynn loses the ball, but they're going to say he's down before the ball was lost.
So it's going to go down as a sack and a loss of 4 for Luke Lynn. Yeah, just didn't see anything downfield or he thought he could let it go. And after he was down, the ball comes out. And got our neighbors excited here in the booth, but it will be 3rd and long here.
Yeah, 3rd and about 25.
So I'm thinking, well, you just hardly ever see a high school team punt in the opposing team's territory, but I think they would punt here unless they get a big chunk of this.
All right, quick pass, dump pass over to Toscano, and brought down about the 41-yard line. And it's going to bring up a 4th down, and the Roswell Coyotes will be punting. Well, they're going to say they're going to go for it. So the change.
Wow,
they're going to go for it. They're going to see if they can draw the Goddard Rockets off sides. They still have about 15 seconds left on the time clock. They're going to call a timeout and maybe put the punting unit on the field. Let's see what happens. So Luke Lynn, the quarterback, they're going to call a timeout.
Well, you might just take the penalty. I'm not sure why you call a timeout there.
Well, I don't either, but we're going to take a timeout too. Coyotes lead by 7. 2 minutes and 22 seconds left in the first half. KSVPTV.com, 106.5, Roswell's Talk FM. Here at the Wool Bowl, here in Roswell, New Mexico, All-American City. Coyotes lead by 7, and it is 4th and 23. Coach, we're going to see what happens here.
Look at Palomino looking spry on the sideline.
Okay, well, then guess what happens here? I mean, and I will tell you that the trainer for the Roswell Coyotes, she is very conservative.
Yes.
And wants to make sure that, her athletes are taken care of. And I have to be biased about that because she's the wife of mine.
Of course.
All right, it's going to be 4th and 23. Empty set now for the Roswell Coyotes. Going to drop back to pass, and it's going to be dumped, and a good catch. And Keegan Nichols will have positive yardage, but it will be a turnover on downs, and so just as good as a punt.
Yeah, and it gives you a chance.
It gives you a chance, yes.
20-yard completion there.
And I'm okay with that.
So Keegan Nichols has 2 catches for 50 yards in the game. And he's not even a starter on offense. But not much to show. I mean, obviously it set up the first touchdown, but
well, here right now, I don't think I would use Palomino, at least here in this first half. Go back to the halftime and discuss it. Be conservative about it, see what's going on. I'm not, I'm going to make sure that young man will complete his senior year. I'm not saying he's out, but I'm just saying I want to make sure that not only he's just a great kid, a good athlete, and there's more because he has not only a career, I think he has a great career in football, but he has a better career probably in the game of basketball and more importantly, probably baseball.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a real good pitcher. And a really good outfielder. Well, he'll probably be the starting shortstop, actually.
Yeah, whatever you like to do, I'm sure he can do it. So, all right, it's going to be 2nd down and 5 for Goddard, and it's going to be handed off. And it's going to be close. He might have the first down.
I think he will. Whoever he is, I think it's Xavier Perez, but maybe we could listen to the public address.
Well, I don't know if they can see it.
Yeah, Xavier Perez. So Silva on the tackle.
Dominic Silva on the tackle. We do see the numbers. The uniforms for the Roswell Coyotes really look nice. All black, white stripes on the shoulder pads, white numbers outlined with red, black pants, and, of course, the black socks.
I would love to see the red socks with this. Red on top, red on the bottom.
Either or look great, but you're right, Coach. I agree with you. So 1st down and 10. They did get the first down. And Well, that's going to be a tackle.
Silva again, pulling him down.
Tell you what, Dominic Silva.
Yeah, he's a little fired up, isn't he?
Sure is. So it's going to be 2nd down and 11 for the Goddard Rockets. 7-0 is the score if you're just now tuning in to 106.5 Roswell Talk FM. We're under 60 seconds here in this first half. It is 6:55, 73 degrees here in Roswell, New Mexico. Light breeze, very light breeze as at this moment. And maybe loss of one possibly. Maybe he got back to the original line of scrimmage. We'll see. So it looks like the Roswell Coyotes are going to take another timeout. We are too. Coyotes lead by 7. We'll be back. KSVPTV.com, 106.5, Roswell's Talk FM.
Check out some of the bargains you'll find this week at your local Farmers Country Market. Select bottles of International Delight coffee creamers are $3.88 each, and select boxes of Wide Awake single-serve coffee pods are $3.98 each. In produce, snack-sized juicy oranges are 4 for $1, and 6-ounce containers of blackberries, blueberries, or raspberries are 2 for $5. In the meat department, family packs of 80% lean ground beef are $3.59 a pound, and pork baby back ribs are $2.99 a pound. These are just some of the savings you'll find this week at your local Farmers Country Market.
All right, welcome back to the Wool Bowl in Roswell, New Mexico. The Roswell Coyotes took a timeout, although they do lead 7-0 with 36.3 seconds left in this first half. Coach, I do see you have your predictions already. I know it says 2023, but you've already got your predictions. I won't, I'm looking at it. I'll probably forget, but I'm going to make sure that I do that again. I like what you have for the state championship game, but I might have maybe an amendment to that.
Okay.
I'll explain that to you in just a moment, but it depends on, that's a great pursue angle.
Yeah, Gage Gladue.
It's going to be another timeout by Roswell, but I do like that, and it depends on what happens, Coach, with tonight's game between Mayfield and Artesia. I know that we'll be getting some text messages, and we will be discussing that here in a moment. Coach, there's an injury on the field, another Goddard Rocket. That's been 4 or 5 now Goddard Rockets that have been injured. It appears that they have been okay, and we hope this young man is okay as well. We do have the training unit on the field about the 32-yard line. Coach, top 10 in the 5A classification, New Mexico Max Preps. What are you talking about?
Max Preps in the 5A classification, we have Roswell number 1, Artesia number 2. Gadsden coming in at 3 and Deming at 4, and of course those two teams playing each other tonight. So probably the winner of that game will probably be the 4 or the 3 and the other the 4. They're followed by Lovington at 5, Mayfield at 6, Los Alamos at 7, Goddard at 8. Mayamura is at 9, and Highland rounds out the top 10, followed by Belen and Santa Teresa if you're looking at teams likely to make the tournament. And the coaches' poll is very similar. In fact, almost exactly. I think it is exactly the same. They may have Mayfield and Lovington switched. No, they don't. It's exactly the same. That's interesting.
That is interesting.
The coaches' poll and the Max Preps poll identical through the first 12 teams. Boy, you just don't see that.
No, not often. All right, so there's some discussion still as there was an injury timeout, and it appears everybody is okay.
Well, it's still there. I mean, they're still getting him off. Well, maybe not. Maybe they were just huddling up. Well, because it wasn't an injury timeout. Roswell did. They maybe could have saved a timeout there if they.
Well, there was a. Okay. There was a last timeout,
one.
so there was not an injury timeout.
Right. Roswell did use the last one.
All right. Well, sounds good to me.
Just to give Castillo a chance here with 34 seconds to.
All right. So Gary Roybal, the punter for Goddard.
And he should punt it out of bounds.
Oh, that was close. It's going to be returnable.
Look out.
That's I thought there was going to be a flag there. But the Coyotes could score here with 21 seconds left here in this first half. Looks like trying to see the quarterback position. Palomino coming back on the field. So I thought he was going to wait till at least the third quarter, but that's the type of athlete that young man is.
I'm surprised. I'm really surprised. But you'll also notice you've got Nichols, you got Greathouse, you got Cloud. I mean, they're putting him in here to throw the ball down the field. No question.
Well, I guarantee you, if he was 100% injured, they would not play him. So there's an empty set now for Palomino. And they're going to throw it up to the middle part of the field, and that's going to be incomplete. And that's going to be pass interference, I'm assuming.
Well, I didn't see anything.
I didn't see anything myself, Coach.
Maybe he held him trying to get back to the ball. That's the only thing I can think of.
I don't know if it was a pass interference call or if there was something else. And if there was a pass interference, could have been offensively. I don't know.
Everybody's moving that way, so I don't think it's an offensive penalty. So here's the white hat.
So it's going to be it's going to be a pass interference on Goddard.
Yeah, so it'll be a 15-yard penalty.
And now the Coyotes in Rocket territory. Coyotes will stay in empty set. Sorry, Coach, I cut you off.
No, you're fine.
Empty set for the Roswell Coyotes. Palomino back in the ball game. And he's a little bit in trouble now. He will just fall down, and that's exactly what he needs to do. And that should end the first half.
Yeah,
and it does.
He'll get a yard on the play, but he would much rather have found a way to get that one thrown down the field. But that'll do it for the first half.
All right, so this is what we're going to have for the first half. It looks like, first of all, if you're just now tuning in, the Roswell Coyotes do lead 7-0 here in this first half. The Goddard band will be performing. There'll be about 9 minutes or so, and then the Roswell Coyotes band, the Big Red Band, will follow after that. So we're going to take... You want to take a few minutes and then talk statistics? Or you want to go ahead and just let it play?
We'll just let it go.
All right. We'll talk statistics when we return. We'll be back here, KSVPTV.com, 106.5, Roswell's Talk FM.
So your pecans aren't as big and bountiful as they used to be? Well, what would Jim Gill do?
Hi, this is Ben from Roswell Seed Company. Few people knew as much about pecans as Jim Gill. And if he were here today, he'd tell you it was time to fertilize. He'd tell you just what you need and show you how to use it. Then he'd make some joke about your neighbors making fun of your nuts.
So when there's trouble with your pecans, head for Roswell Seed Company and ask them, what would Jim Gill do?
Are you ready to succeed? The School of Arts and Sciences at ENMU Roswell covers a broad curriculum. The certificates and degrees offered within these programs will prepare students to realize personal, professional, and occupational objectives, from ag science and agricultural technology to behavioral science, biology, bookkeeping and accounting, business administration, criminal justice, education, and mathematics. ENMU Roswell can set you up for success. Register now on campus or online at roswell.enmu.edu. Eastern New Mexico University, Roswell. Success starts here.
Wakefield Oil Express has the highest quality service in Roswell with a 17-point full-service oil change that includes a full wash and vacuum at their car wash. You won't find a better deal. They also offer full synthetic oil changes, fuel and cabin filter replacements, and will even check your battery. Their Tunnel Wash isn't afraid of dirty vehicles. They have the best value wash in town with free vacuums. They even offer wash passes that can be used for multiple vehicles. Next time you need your oil changed, go to the fast and efficient Wakefield Oil Express and let them earn your business. 3204 North Main, Roswell.
At Richland Motors, it's never been easier to sell or trade your current car, truck, or SUV for a newer model to hit the road in. Even if you don't purchase from Richland, they want to buy your vehicle for top dollar. But if you do buy from Richland, don't forget, they're the home of the powertrain warranty for life. That's a whole lot of confidence for you. See Richland for details. 2nd and Sycamore and 1309 Southeast Main.
Central Valley Electric is continually learning and advancing technology that improves electric service, reliability, and safety, and in turn enhancing the quality of life for members that we serve in our local communities. CVE offers an account management program called SmartHub that allows members to track their usage, set up convenient pay methods, and the ability to manage their energy use with smart technologies. A secure system such as SmartHub is an easy tool to use. To sign up, visit cvecoop.org and click SmartHub to get started.
Maybe your AC unit needs a little tender love and care. If you don't know where to turn, then you don't know Jack. In fact, they're downright funky. Let the boys at Fergie's Plumbing and Heating get your AC unit ice cold, just like some of my lady friends. Don't let any fool make you lose your cool. Fergie's Plumbing and Heating. If you don't know Fergie, then you don't know Jack. 622-2660.
All right, welcome back. At the half, it's Coyotes 7, Rockets 0. Going to go over first half statistics for you real quick and then let you enjoy some of the action on the field. And we'll also have a interview with Britt Cooper. Let's start with special teams. It was Benjamin Vetta, the freshman, in there for his first career extra point attempt. It was good. Zy Carrasco with 2 punts for a total of 119 yards. That's nearly a 60-yard average on those 2 punts. Defensively for the Coyotes, they were led by Zy Carrasco, Mason Greathouse, and Aiden Rutley, each with 3 tackles. Greathouse and Rutley also chipped in with a total of 2 sacks. Obviously, tackles for loss. Noah Lynn had a tackle for loss. Dominic Silva, Joaquin Bolaños, and David Galman chipped in with 2 tackles each, and Gage Gladue had 1. Nicholas Anaya with the interception. Not much offense for the Coyotes in the first half. Jacob Palomino was just 2 for 6 for 12 yards. Luke Lynn, 2 for 3 for 26 yards. And Zy Carrasco, 1 for 1 for 30 yards. A.B. Toscano had 1 catch for 6 yards. 9-yard catch for Matt Castillo. Keegan Nichols, 2 catches for 50. And Luke Lynn, 1 catch for 3 yards. Rushing the football, we'll go right back to Luke Lynn. 1 carry for -4 yards. Luis Godoy, 1 carry for no yards. Keegan Nichols, 1 carry for 24 yards. Zy Carrasco, 2 carries for a total of none yards. It was a 1 carry for -6 yards for Jalen Cloud. Jacob Palomino, 4 carries for 19 yards and a touchdown. And A.B. Toscano, 5 carries for a total of 27 yards. So there's your first half stats. We've got still about 16 minutes left before we'll have second half action. We have an extended halftime with the rivalry game. So we will we're going to take a break. We're going to go right to the interview. We will take a break, and we'll be right back with the Britt Cooper interview right after this on KSVPTV.com.
And welcome back to halftime here as, we're going to say it, the biggest game in Roswell, certainly all of Chavez County, maybe southeast New Mexico tonight here. Halftime here at the Roswell Goddard matchup. And as is always our tradition here, this week we're back with Britt Cooper, AD for the Roswell Independent School District. Welcome back, Britt. How things going? I know it's busy. You're still probably dealing with a little flood stuff, but playoff time. Just overall, how's life from the athletic side of things?
It's been busy, but it's been good. We're middle of the soccer playoffs. Roswell, unfortunately, their boys lost Volcano Vista the night 2-1 in the first round, so they're out. But the Goddard girls, they advanced. They beat Miamira 2-0, so they will be playing Saturday at Los Alamos at 11 a.m.
Very good.
So we're proud of them. But, Roswell had a great season. They won district, and, so overall, a really good soccer season. So
yeah, it's one of those things. And obviously seniors, they, because this is their last chance and things. Mm-hmm. But for those young players, this inspires them and, and of course, that's that gelling process as they get mature through high school. Right. The young players will start becoming the leaders but setting the table for a bright future for the squad here.
Right,
it's good stuff there.
Yeah, and we're middle of volleyball. Roswell is 4-0 in district. Goddard's currently 2-1, so they're both doing very well, and we'll see how it comes out. A couple of weeks will be time for the state volleyball tournament, so it's right around the corner. So.
Yeah, and it happens fast and furious. It's where. Yeah. And do they still do and this is where I'm a little behind it, do they do double elimination in volleyball playoffs still when they get to the...
When they get to state, yes.
Yeah.
There's no longer a district tournament, but they do. When they get up there, it's double elimination. They took out the pool play, but it's, it's tough when you get there, but...
Sure. Well, and obviously the strategy is don't lose, because the sooner you end in the sooner you end up in the losers bracket, the bigger the hill you got to climb out of to get back into that championship.
So, you want to just win them all and don't have to worry about it.
It's just so much easier when you win.
Yeah, exactly.
But it'll be fast paced, and of course, as we get to that time, we'll be bringing all those games for you on our radio stations and all that. Too.
Yeah, and then cross country, they got their district meets this week, so it's winding down. Their state meet is next Saturday in Albuquerque, so they're doing well as so fall sports are getting there. And of course, football is what it is. Currently Roswell's leading the district, and Goddard's in the playoff hunt. So
sure. Just gee, was curious while we're talking cross country. Obviously, volleyball, indoor sports, they got a gym they can practice. But did flooding and stuff impact some of the training for the cross-country team? Because I imagine there's parts of the course where they just couldn't do their thing because of the flooding and so forth.
They run different places and all, but I think the coaches adjusted and
they found accommodations and workarounds and things.
Dry ground, I'm sure, but I'm sure it hindered it for a day or two.
Sure.
So.
But again, just another one of these challenges that each of these teams have been facing in various ways, shapes, or forms.
Right.
Is all right? How do we still achieve what we achieve when with the circumstances we're dealing with?
Yeah, but it's been really good to see. I've seen some stuff on Facebook and all. Some of the teams, both schools are helping out with the flood victims.
Absolutely,
and,
I've seen a lot of that. With
collecting donations, and they've done a lot. I know Hobbs the other night brought some donation supplies to Roswell High.
Yeah, I saw on Facebook about a week ago they were soliciting at the game there that night.
So it's been positive. There's been a lot of good things that have happened out of a very bad situation.
Sure, but of course when it comes to the whistle blowing, it's game on at that point.
Right.
It's every team for itself.
Yeah. We're just glad the kids, everything's back to normal in that aspect of it, and they're able to get away from stuff and just enjoy playing athletics.
Absolutely. While I got you here, and of course we're talking the last game of the regular season here for football. Obviously, we're going to be talking about some playoff games here in the coming weeks. Mm-hmm. Just to remind folks and everything, give how that process is going to be for accessing tickets and stuff, assuming we do have a game at the Wool Bowl here at some point during the playoffs.
Yeah, they'll do the selection. Sunday we'll know where everyone's seated and everything, mm-hmm. and but then it's in the hands of the NMAA. So through GoFan, of course, we our local games, what we have during the school year, the regular season games, we have GoFan as an option as well as cash. But of course, the NMAA, when they control the tickets, it's all through GoFan. So,
gotcha.
But hopefully, people have used it enough and have access to it and all that. Yeah, more comfortable than it was when it first came out.
Absolutely. But I would say if you're not comfortable with it or not familiar with it, don't hesitate to call your high school, and they'll be happy to have someone navigate how to do all that.
Yeah.
Or you probably call the AD's office.
Yeah, our
someone
office
will navigate you through it. Yeah.
We're always willing to help. If someone needs to come by and needs some help with their phone to get it, we'll show them how to do it.
Yeah, call the district office. Anyway, someone will be happy to navigate you through that.
Exactly.
Another thing I want to kind of put on people's radars here, since we're going to be a week out here, and not necessarily in sports world, but certainly in the school world here, with Veterans Day just right around the corner. Next week, you're going to start seeing in full force schools around the district doing various Veterans Day programs at elementary, middle, and even high school. I know right off the top of my head, I know Goddard's is November 7th, but I know there's a schedule, and then you'll start seeing them on the radar next week. Just from your experience, when you see the schools and stuff, they do an amazing job, and I always tell people to go. But from your perspective as a coach and being in the schools, just kind of talk about that importance that these Veterans Day programs mean to these schools and to everybody.
Yeah, Veterans Day is very important to recognize our veterans, and both high schools put on good programs and have in the past, and I've attended both, and it's amazing, what they pull together, and it's great to see the young people, the students and all involved, and kind of understand a little bit about, the people that keep us free.
Absolutely. So, and so that's why I always want to encourage you to try to, attend as many, obviously if your kids or grandkids at their school, if they're doing a Veterans Day assembly or presentation, please be involved with that. Let your kids, grandkids show you off a little bit. But at the same time, and this is the same thing I always say when I'm talking about this, this is kind of as a veteran myself and speaking to other veterans out there, we always have that role of, server's heart. That's generally a lot of veterans have that in their heart. And I know you're not one to want to be recognized or want to be in the spotlight for things. I get that. Believe it or not, I'm kind of like that myself, despite my career choice. But anyway,
right.
But you're also serving as a role model and a mentor. You're showing these kids why the role of a veteran is so important in our society, and quite frankly, you're inspiring a few of those kids to be you when they're of that age. And so, to me, if don't look at it as they're just trying to hear to slap you on the back and think, I get it. You get, I don't want to be that person. But at the same time, you're being a representation of for that next generation to show them why these folks are here. So that's why particularly the ones at schools, I really think you need to show. I mean, if you don't want to go to the Veterans Parade downtown or something, so be it. But the ones in the schools, that one, you're really serving community by doing.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot of young people that they get their inspiration from them, and of course, when they join the service themselves, that has a big influence.
Absolutely.
But a lot of them want to go that direction in their careers.
They're seeing the heroes.
And that's great. We need more of them.
Absolutely. So please consider. As next week approaches here and we get closer to Veterans Day, please make a point to try to attend some of these. And I'm telling you, the Goddard one, Roswell, like you said, they all do an amazing job. But Goddard, they really treat it like a rock concert, and it's like you just got to see it to understand it. So check it out. As far as sports side of things, is there any other things we've missed or any other things we want to put on people's radar for next week?
Well, volleyball's got one more week of regular season, and their selection committee will be the following Sunday. So, football being selected, and we'll just have to see where everyone, gets put and where they play and go from there. It's always an exciting time of the year.
Well, I'm sure we got a few more games we'll be talking a few halftimes about here for the coming week. So
I would imagine.
Got a feeling we're not done yet. Between you and Mika, we got a few more conversations.
Right.
Coach, as always, appreciate the visit, and we'll see you next time, okay?
Right. Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Take care.
Hi, my name's Chance with Trustmark Roofing and Windows, and here's what you should expect during your window inspection. Upon my arrival, you'll receive a 15-minute courtesy call letting you know I'm on the way. Once I'm in your home, I'm going to be checking for moisture indication, functionality, and any kind of energy efficiency improvements to the inside and outside of your home. After my inspection, I'll give you my professional opinion, and then you can decide whether you want a no-obligation quote. Myself or the office will contact you to set up a date when I can show you my products and options to best suit your needs. So when choosing windows, choose Trustmark Roofing and Windows. Our goal is to give you a 5-star service and get you what you deserve, and that's the best.
Call today for your 20% off coupon for our spring and roof gutter maintenance service. 575-755-ROOF or visit TrustmarkRoofPros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
Picture this. You're behind the wheel of a John Deere compact tractor. You're effortlessly breaking ground, moving piles of rocks just by moving a lever, and enjoying the sun as you clear brush across your pasture. We could keep trying to put you in the moment, but to really understand what this feels like, you just have to get in the seat.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com. When you're active, injuries happen. Don't let them keep you on the sidelines. Make your comeback stronger with Soft Wave Therapy.
cutting-edge treatment to get you back in the action. Soft wave therapy is non-invasive and offers quick treatment with little to no side effects. This is the same technology used by the nation's top universities and professional athletes. Get back into the game. Give Premier Chiropractic a call today at 623-2900 or visit healthyroswell.com.
So your pecans aren't as big and bountiful as they used to be? Well, what would Jim Gill do?
Hi, this is Ben from Roswell Seed Company. Few people knew as much about pecans as Jim Gill. And if he were here today, he'd tell you it was time to fertilize. He'd tell you just what you need and show you how to use it. Then he'd make some joke about your neighbors making fun of your nuts.
So when there's trouble with your pecans, head for Roswell Seed Company and ask them, what would Jim Gill do?
Check out some of the bargains you'll find this week at your local Farmers Country Market. Select bottles of International Delight coffee creamers are $3.88 each, and select boxes of Wide Awake single-serve coffee pods are $3.98 each. In produce, snack-sized juicy oranges are 4 for $1, and 6-ounce containers of blackberries, blueberries, or raspberries are 2 for $5. In the meat department, family packs of 80% lean ground beef are $3.59 a pound, and pork baby back ribs are $2.99 a pound. These are just some of the savings you'll find this week at your local Farmers Country Market.
All right, welcome back to the Wool Bowl. 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KSVPTV.com. Kyle Sioux leads 7-0. We are here at halftime. Coach McDonald, you have any stats for us? Not yet?
I did the stats earlier.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Was I here?
No.
Oh. Well, that threw a curveball at me. Never mind.
I just told you, don't ask me to do the stats because Tanner made me do it.
Oh, I thought you were being facetious when you said that.
No, I was 100% serious.
Okay, well, there you go. And the curveball was couldn't hit the curveball that time. So,
No.
All right. Well, okay. Well, welcome back anyway. All right, Coach. So tell me your thoughts here on this first half. Surprising?
Well, I mean, yes and no. I expected the Coyotes to score 3 to 4 times in the first half, and they scored once. So, yeah, that's definitely a surprise. You know, the Goddard defense has been pretty decent, and, you know, our offense has sputtered a little bit and gotten ourselves in trouble with penalties, down and distance, things like that. And, of course, the injury to Palomino, you know, probably can't be understated. But looks like, I mean, I would think if you put him out there for the last drive at the first half that he's going to come out for the second unless he stiffens up.
Well, I did that, and that's my concern right now. Like I said, the Roswell Coyotes. Let's go back to this real quick. Has the Roswell Coyotes, are they district champs in your opinion?
Well, I mean, they've got to win. If they don't win, then Mayfield's got to beat Artesia for us to be the district champs.
Correct.
So,
yeah.
You don't want to count on that. So this is very important. I mean, it's for the number 1 seed. It's for being most likely on the favorable side of the bracket. It's a lot. It's a big deal.
Yep.
So
okay. Well, one of the things we hope to see here in just a moment. It is a little after 7, about 7:25 or so. Kind of curious to find out the score. Artesia Mayfield here in just a moment. We'll get you some stats here and some scores around the state. Let's see, about a minute before the teams come out. Oh, here comes the Goddard Rockets now, under 60 seconds. And then, of course, the Roswell Coyotes still in the locker room. So let's see what happens there. Coach, anything you want to talk about here?
Well, absolutely. I want to give a shout out to Josh Grenay of New Mexico Preps. You know, we were kind of almost making fun of him because he said if a team can contain Roswell's run game and force them to pass, could that lead to more close contests? That's exactly what's happened here in the first half. Yeah. I mean, he posted that on Tuesday morning in talking about the 5A classification.
Okay.
You know, there's a lot of question marks in this district now. And when I say this district, I mean all of 5A, because it's not going to be a team from the other district that challenges. The state champion will come from our district. The runner-up will come from our district. It's very likely all the quarterfinal, semifinal teams will come from this district. So, yeah, I mean, it's kind of a one-district race, but You know, it's just.
Well, what is he predicting?
Well, he didn't really. He asked a lot of questions that he didn't answer.
All right.
So he's. So some of the things he said. Okay, we'll talk about some of the things he said.
Yeah, let's do.
This is a guy who knows football in the state. And I'll just read from what he wrote here. He said, while District 1 may be out of championship contention, District 2 is primed for an intense quarterfinal, semifinal, and final. He's 100% right about that. Who will survive, stay healthy, and get hot? And what about Lovington? After a 5-0 start and a win over Roswell, they've dropped 4 straight. They should handle Santa T this weekend. Does that insert them in the conversation? You know, I mean, there's six really good teams.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I mean, the top 6 teams in our district go Roswell, Artesia, Gadsden, Deming, Mayfield, Lovington. I mean, that honestly, any of those teams could win it this year. I mean, I don't think Roswell and Artesia are so much better than Mayfield, Lovington, Gadsden, Deming. I mean, I think you could have kind of a Cinderella story this year. You're going to earn it this year in 5A, that's for sure.
Well, let's see what happens. The Roswell Coyotes now enter the field from the locker room. And I wish I was a fly on the wall to hear the conversation. Jeff Lynn, Joe Fortner, see what they're saying about these Roswell Coyotes here in the second half. I do anticipate a different second half for the Roswell Coyotes, and that is if Jacob Palomino can stay healthy.
Yeah, well, I think we're going to see a different second half either way. I think the Coyotes are going to be more dominant on both sides of the ball this half, whether or not Jacob plays. Now, I think Jacob will play. They're going to get the ball first, and I haven't seen him. Yeah, I do. I see him. He's going to warm up right now. So,
all right, so that's good news now.
Yeah.
So that means it's he's ready to rock and roll. But here's the thing: the Roswell Coyotes will get the ball in the second half because they won the coin toss and they deferred to the second half. So. Very, very curious to see what happens.
You were asking about the Artesia-Mayfield matchup. They play tomorrow afternoon.
Is it tomorrow? Okay.
Yeah, they just got that one field.
Oh, nice.
One field in Cruces. You know, they got to play on Thursdays and Saturdays.
Right, but I thought they actually played today. But, okay, that's good news. So, okay, well, fantastic. That might be fun to...
The big game tonight is Gadsden and Deming. And I like Deming, but only because they're the home team. I think those two teams are... Oh, they go with the little onside, and we get the quick, fair catch. Smartly done there by Andrew Padilla, and the Coyotes will have good field position to start off the second half here.
All right, so first down and 10. I'm just kind of looking downstairs, just getting a glimpse, making sure they're all off the field there.
So we'll see how hurt Jacob is right from the get-go here.
All right, first and 10 from the 41. 7-0 is the score as we begin the third quarter. Palomino, the quarterback, will hand it off over to A.B. Toscano. Toscano fumbling twice in the first half.
Yeah, and that's atypical. You know, that's something that contributed to keeping the score down for the Roswell Coyotes. You know, they did have those 2 fumbles, although they only lost one of them. They also had a turnover on downs. So two turnovers and, you know, only 7 points on the board.
All right, second down and a long one. Palomino directing A.B. Toscano. He says, go over to the left side. Let's go empty set. He does, puts Toscano in motion. And he will have the first down and more as he will just go out of bounds. And that's a smart play by Palomino.
Yeah, and you got to wonder if he would have done that if he hadn't had the first half injury. But what he's got to understand is that's the right thing to do all the time. You know,
well,
you never want. It's not worth that extra yard.
You're right.
Take that hit. You know, you got to make the business decision there, and he did it exactly right.
All right, a lot of ones right there. Look at that. 11-11 left in the third quarter. First and 10 from the 45. Palomino back in the game after sustaining an injury. And look at that. That's a good hard run.
That's Luis Godoy, I believe. Going to get about 4, his second carry of the evening.
Okay, second down and right about 6. It's okay to say that. 2nd and 6. Got it on the board there. So All right, and positive yardage and still on the feet, finally brought down.
Yeah, the Goddard fans got all excited like they had stopped him maybe for a loss. And
another Goddard rocket down.
Boy.
And I'm telling you, just a lot of injury for Goddard. I'm not sure who that is just yet.
So 3rd and 2 is definitely 4-down territory for the Roswell Coyotes in this situation. I would like to see kind of a safe running play here, maybe some kind of read for Jacob and pick up the first down. Keep this first drive's big. You know, if you can go out there, score, get up to 2 touchdowns, and then leave it to your defense to get a quick stop. You know, you can put an end to this pretty quickly, pretty early. I mean, I know it's just a 1-score game right now, but that's how stingy this defense is for the Roswell Coyotes. I was talking to somebody downstairs, and I was saying that I thought if there's a better defense in the state this year, I don't know who it is at any level. And his comment was last year too, and I agree with that. I agree with that too.
Well, I'm just looking down about the 40-yard line. There's Goddard rocket down. So, and again, I don't know who it is. I don't see a number, but I can tell you the training unit for both sides is down there. It appears that he's moving his legs, but from the angle, and it looks like he may have been maybe a stinger possibly.
Yeah.
It looks like he's okay.
Yeah, jogging off the field. So.
Good to hear.
So that was 34 Ernesto Garcia, and he appears to be okay, the senior, so that's always good news. And Coyotes are playing it smart here. They're going to the big dog on 3rd and short. Palomino split out to the left, and Zy Carrasco with Joaquin Bolaños to his, right behind him, I guess.
Well, Joaquin right there. Let's see if they're going to do some kind of a lead.
He's going to follow Joaquin.
Yeah, follow Joaquin. That's exactly right. And there it is.
And behind the big boys.
And I'm going to tell you what, the Goddard Rockets really doing a really good job on Carrasco.
Yeah.
And, I said Mayfield did a good job, but right now, at this point of the season, I think the Goddard Rockets have really impressed me defensively.
Well, especially against the run, and we haven't really tried to pass that much. So, this is kind of our strength against their strength. And I'll tell you what, Goddard's held up. They've held up definitely on defense. They haven't been able to move the ball on offense, but defensively they've handled our running attack.
1st and 10 now. Palomino's back in the ballgame as the quarterback. Pistol formation. And hand it off to Toscano. And good hard run. And again, Toscano does the dirty work for the Roswell Coyotes.
Yeah, just puts on that hard hat and just goes to work every single down, every single game. That's the perfect way of looking at it for what AB gets you. He can hit the home run for you. If he catches a little seam, he can go to the house. But I'll tell you what, I'm not sure that's who Coach Lynn thought was going to be his bell cow this year, but he sure has.
Palomino taking a shot to the end zone. And let's see if the Roswell Coyotes are in. The indication, and they're going to say he's out on the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I thought he extended the ball.
I thought he did too. I questioned that, but hey, it is what it is. Good pass from Palomino rolling out to the left side, and the reception by Colby Sanchez. Yeah. So that's a heck of a pass by Palomino. And let's see if they continue with Palomino at quarterback. They do not.
Nope.
They're going to go with the big dog package, Zy Carrasco at quarterback. And they're saying, listen, get over here. Hurry up.
Well,
we got about...
It's supposed to be Bolaños. And,
well, they're going to have to find somebody.
Yeah. AB went in there, but Bolaños is over here with his helmet off. I'm not sure why.
Well, I'm not sure. But Carrasco is on his feet, and he's going to be...
Short.
All right, and there's Joaquin Bolaños now coming in the ballgame. Palomino entering the ballgame now. So 2nd and 1 from the 1. Coyotes do lead by 7 currently. 8:40 left in the 3rd quarter. Palomino, oh no, check it out. Palomino's at a receiver. Carrasco at quarterback. And Carrasco is stopped again.
Yeah, not just stopped.
Stopped for a loss.
Yeah. We'll see about the spot, but a loss of about 3. So the big dogs are looking like Chihuahuas right now, partner.
Well, 3rd and 4. I don't anticipate a pass. I do see Carrasco following Joaquin Bolaños here in just a second, and that's exactly what he's going to do. No, there's the pass and a dump. Coyotes in for the touchdown. Carrasco with the touchdown pass.
Is that Noah Lynn?
No, it's not Noah Lynn.
Is it Mason Greathouse?
That is Mason Greathouse with the touchdown.
All right, 4-yard strike to Mason Greathouse.
All right. So Vera is about to attempt the PAT. And it is up and good. Coyotes lead by 14. We'll be back. We're going to take a break. KSVTV.com, 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Our new business solution is providing an amazing Wi-Fi experience. Frankie's Cafe is booming more than ever. I'm here, undercover, to check it out.
Oh, excuse me. Hi. Would you mind taking a video I can upload to TikTok?
Oh, this happens a lot. Sure, I'm a TikTok guy. You can add different music.
Oh, no, I meant, can you take a video of us?
And that's called a photo.
All right, we are back. So 4-yard touchdown pass by Carrasco to Greathouse. PAT's up and good.
Oh, and look down here, partner.
What do we have?
That's our security doing their cheerleading duties. Right in front of the student section.
Oh, my gosh. That's,
Is that Anna?
That is Anna Romero, our SRO. And she can't get down now.
Well, don't bump that any of those things on that belt the wrong way.
Yeah, that's not a good deal there, I'm telling you what. So, all right, well, all right, kudos to her. And there's a kick by Vieta. And it is returnable.
Castillo on the return.
It is.
By
it's going to be
Sanchez.
Josiah Castillo.
So a good return. And Colby Sanchez on special teams making the tackle.
Well, I wasn't sure if Officer Romero had any balance whatsoever. It was like she was stuck. I'm going to have to talk with her after the game just to make sure if there's not a pulled hamstring or any of that thing with her there.
It's on the line of duty.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
She loves being our SRO, doesn't she?
No, for sure.
And our students love her.
So, yeah, I'm getting some text messages earlier from there was an extension on that. Oh, look at that. That's going to be blocked. Is it blocked?
Yeah.
Or tipped?
Yeah, Greathouse got a hand on it.
On the last play, when it was on the 1, they said that he did extend for the touchdown. But
well, that's sure what it appeared here.
From up here it did, for sure, yeah.
And, you know, we've got a camera down there. I'll bet that'll be interesting to see when we look back on the broadcast.
Yep, for sure. All right, 2nd down and 10 for Goddard. It's going to be on the 40-yard line, left hash. Montoya, I assume, is still the quarterback.
Yeah, once again, we apologize. Very difficult to see the Goddard numbers.
You got Quaz to the top of your screen. Quick pass there. And
my goodness.
That didn't work.
Keegan Nichols said, I know exactly what you're going to do, and you better not try it. They did, and Keegan Nichols made them pay. It's going to be a loss of 7. Oof.
And the old Mississippi right pass is what they used to call it. I don't know. Well, good job by Keegan Nichols reading.
Well, I mean, fighting through one of those other receivers, but boy, he just knew exactly what was going on. Wish I could see what this sign says that their cheerleaders are showing the east side of the stadium.
I think there was a sign about SRO, Romero or something maybe.
All right, 3rd and 17. Oh, here he goes, Montoya. And he'll be close to first down yardage. Tackled by Carrasco and helped out by Aranda. Nicely done by the sophomore.
Now, the question I have for you, Coach, is how many pass attempts has Goddard had in this game?
I don't know.
Do you have just maybe a guess? 3?
Yeah, 3 or 4.
Yeah, I think 3 or 4 myself. And I think, that Coach Bolaños, head coach of the Goddard Rockets, is really just trying to utilize. And, but here's the thing. It's Randy Montoya is actually calling the offense. And Bolaños is the defensive coordinator, but yet he's still the head coach. But there's going to be a timeout on the field. 4th and 1. Goddard's going to take a timeout. We will, too. You're listening and watching KSPTV.com, 106.5, Roswell's Talk FM.
Picture this. You're behind the wheel of a John Deere compact tractor. You're effortlessly breaking ground, moving piles of rocks just by moving a lever, and enjoying the sun as you clear brush across your pasture. We could keep trying to put you in the moment, but to really understand what this feels like, you just have to get in the seat.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
We are back. Goddard Rockets took a timeout as they are 4th and 1 from the 49-yard line.
Yeah, just trying to maybe draw them off sides, but that didn't work. And I'll be interested to see if he goes for it here. I think he's got to be honest with you.
Well, right now you're down 14-0. You're trying to spoil Roswell's number 1 seed and
district championship. Yeah.
I mean, you have to go for it. And, I think Montoya is a pretty good quarterback as a sophomore, and I think he can lead the Goddard Rockets. He is an empty set right now, so you have quarterback draw potentially.
Oh, I think that's the play. I really do. I don't think he wants to throw this. I think he wants to try to run for it.
Now you see, look at the defense of the Roswell Coyotes. They're going to bring the house.
They're expecting that.
And the tendencies, they're going to have another timeout. Didn't work out, so we're going to be back in here in just a minute. KSBTV.com, 106.5, Roswell's Talk FM.
Central Valley Electric is continually learning and advancing technology that improves electric service, reliability, and safety, and in turn enhancing the quality of life for members that we serve in our local communities. CVE offers an account management program called SmartHub that allows members to track their usage, set up convenient pay methods, and the ability to manage their energy use with smart technologies. A secure system such as SmartHub is an easy tool to use. To sign up, visit cvecoop.org and click SmartHub to get started.
All right, welcome back to KSBTV.com, 106.5, Roswell's Talk FM. 4th and 1. And I'm not going to say anything yet. Let's see what happens here on this drive.
I'll kind of recap what happened. I mean,
recap the. But
they went out there.
My 2 cents.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Coach.
Well, they went out there, tried to draw them off. That didn't work. Then they go out there and they see that they've got their play sniffed out, so they have to burn 2 timeouts.
Yeah, I thought that was not. It's not. Now you have 1 timeout left for the half. I don't know if that's necessarily a good idea when you're down by 14. So you call the timeout. Now, yes, are they going to get the first down?
No.
Look at that. Now it really backfires. So you call a timeout to try to draw the Coyotes offsides. They did draw the Coyotes offside, so they call a second timeout. And the second timeout backfired because now, guess what? You call 2 timeouts in a matter of seconds, and now you try to have Montoya run the ball. And I'm not saying he's an exceptional athlete, but the Coyotes on 4th down, it's a turnover on downs. So now the Goddard Rockets have only 1 timeout left for the half, and they wanted to try to beat and defend the Roswell Coyotes, the number 1 team in the state of New Mexico. I thought it was a bad call.
Well, I mean, I think maybe after you have to call the second timeout that you just punted away. I mean, it's only a 2-score game.
Yeah.
I think after it didn't work kind of twice there.
And Coach, when I say, and maybe I shouldn't use bad call, I just have a difference of opinion on it. I like the potential strategy of it, but this is varsity football here. I just don't know if I would have done that. Now, maybe I'm wrong.
Well, I would, if I am going to go ahead and go for it on the 3rd try there,
Right.
After the 2 timeouts.
Has to get it intercepted.
Well, or at least line up different. You know, they just showed the same play 3 times in a row, and Roswell showed the same defense 3 times in a row.
And, of course, you know, it's easier said than done up here than it is down there because they might have had some tendencies. And I'm just telling you, the defense of the Roswell Coyotes have been pretty good all year round, and I just don't know if I would have done that. Palomino in trouble, run out to the right side. Let's see if he's going to try to run it himself. He is. Let's see if he's going to step out, and he does, and that's the right thing to do.
You bet. He gets the sack yardage back, gets back to 3rd and manageable. So after the -6, Jacob will get a +6.
All right, I have a text message here. Playoff soccer in Artesia. St. Pius beat Artesia 1-0.
Wow.
And I'm assuming that is boys? I don't know, but that's...
yeah, I think so.
Okay, so 3rd down and 9 for the Roswell Coyotes. Palomino at quarterback. That is going to be pistol formation. And that's going to be a free play.
Got him to jump, so they'll get half of it right there.
Yeah. Thought it was going to be a free play, but it wasn't.
Yeah. So good job by Jacob with the hard count there. And now, not only does it bring up 3rd and much more manageable, 3rd and 5. They're going to say 4 on the scoreboard. It's 5. But now it's for sure just 2 downs to get 5 yards. I mean, you're going for this for sure.
You have Luke Lynn in the ball game. See if the Coyotes will have motion. There's just going to be a quick lead. Coyotes will.
Man, AB is.
Just be short, maybe. Coach, am I seeing it wrong? Is he going to be short?
No, he's short.
Yeah.
I mean, he should have been stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Well, you had a lead. You see Luke Lynn.
It was Cloud.
Cloud?
I think.
Has Cloud been in this ballgame?
Well, that receiver. Oh, I guess that was AB.
There's Toscano. He's limping, so he's going to go down the sideline and take a look at his leg. He might be cramping.
So then who's the back?
I'm not sure.
The big dog's hands Bolaños.
Oh, okay.
So 4th and 1, a long one, almost 2.
And there's Carrasco.
And that's a little more what we're used to out of the big dog package. 7 yards for Carrasco. You're right. The Goddard run defense has done very well against Carrasco in the big dog unit as Bolaños dances off the field. I'm not sure I'd be dancing off the field if I had not gone on the field when I was supposed to on the last possession. I would give him a hard time. Just giving him a hard time.
Absolutely. 1st down and 10. Palomino. It's going to be a little toss over.
Godoy.
Look
out.
Godoy's fast. 15-10. And finally brought down at the 8-yard line. Luis Godoy. A little tongue twister there, Coach.
26 yards on that carry, showing what he's capable of. Oh, and Godoy's hurt. You know, I thought he went down awkwardly.
No, and
boy, for a kid who started the season hurt.
I'm trying to see where the training unit. I know Lisa was down there working on a couple here.
Yeah, now she's
going to the other side. So you do have Goddard's training unit on the other side. Let's take a break. Coyotes lead by 14. KSVTV.com 106.5.
Good afternoon. I'm Steven, Uncle Savings View Seal, and welcome to Roswell Hyundai. Listen, today we've got wonderful vehicles out here for sale, and listen, let me tell you something. If you find this golf ball sitting in any Palisade during your test drive this weekend, we're giving away $25 million in cash.
No, I told you we can't do that. Cut. Let's do this again.
I don't understand. We're making this video then.
I told you we can't do that.
Mind.
Or refi with Hyundai. Roswell Hyundai, 1909 West 2nd, a proud supporter of Roswell Coyote Sports.
All right, we are back. Looks like Luis Godoy was a young man that was injured. He seems to be okay.
I mean, he's
limping, but he's walking.
Wouldn't expect to see him again, unfortunately, and that poor kid has had worse luck with injuries.
Yes, sure has.
So now we are going to see Jalen Cloud in the backfield. And I don't know. I'd like to see Jalen Cloud get the ball to the outside, maybe on that pitch, that quick pitch. But
well, 1st and 7. So I see Sanchez and Castillo top of your screen.
They got the tight end on this side, so I don't think they're going to go short side.
Yeah, maybe I don't see a lead here. Palomino thinking about going under center.
Well, they had to call a timeout because he's about to get a delay.
Well, I'm not sure about that. So, all right, we'll be right back. KSPTV.com, 106.5, Roswell Talk FM. Coyotes lead by 14.
Are you ready to succeed? At ENMU Roswell, they cater to your educational needs. Their dedicated facilities and faculties provide you with an exceptional learning experience. From academic programs to behavioral sciences, business, health education, or technical education, ENMU Roswell offers a wide variety of certifications and degree programs designed to take your education and experience to the next level. Register now on campus or online at roswell.enmu.edu. Eastern New Mexico University, Roswell. Success starts here.
Welcome back. 14-0 is the score in favor of the Roswell Coyotes. Coyotes are threatening. Had an injury to Luis Godoy. He is in the tent. Have the training unit look at him. So we can evaluate it real quick. Well, right now, Coach, go ahead.
I was going to say, they got the same personnel they had out before the timeout. So I'm thinking they still like their play. Why they didn't snap it in time last time, I'm not sure.
All right, there's Palomino. Little dump pass to the flat area. Luke Lynn catches it. And
in.
He just pushed into the end zone, but they're going to say he is down at the 1. So Palomino might just call his own number again.
Yeah, the crowd thinks it's touchdown, but it's...
Well, it might be. They're saying it's not. So they're going to say 2nd down and inches. Palomino, let's see if he's in the ball game. He is. Going to call his own play, his own number. He's in. For the touchdown, Coyotes in. From 1 yard out. So that's the 2nd touchdown for Palomino. And Viera is going to come in and try to kick the PAT. So that's Benjamin Vera.
Yep.
All right, Vera, the freshman, is up and good. Coyotes now lead by 21. All right, we're going to take a break. Coyote football on KSPTV.com, 106.5, Roswell's Talk FM.
Wakefield Oil Company is a name you can rely on with full service at the pump the way it used to be. You can expect service in just 15 seconds. They offer bulk fuel and oil services and even diesel exhaust fluid. Wakefield Oil Company will deliver to farms, ranches, dairies, the oil fields, and more with dependable service you can count on. So the next time you need service or delivery, go with the name that locals have trusted since 1983. Wakefield Oil Company, 311 South Virginia in Roswell. Let them earn your business.
From 1 yard out, Jacob Palomino with his 2nd touchdown of the evening. And Vera with another PAT up and good. 21-0. And I think, my friend, you have awoken the Coyotes?
Well, let's hope so. Let's hope they stuck the bear with a stick here.
And now this is where the defense potentially could have some fun. But that young man right there looks like Josiah Castillo.
Yeah, he's tough. He's tough to get down.
Tough young man and a very, very good athlete for the Goddard Rockets.
So Carrasco, Bolaños, both in on that tackle.
All right, so 1st and 10 from the 37.
So what I'm seeing from the freshman kicker, he's done a good job, made his extra points. He's been fine on kickoffs. You know, that's where he needs to work on. He needs to be able to get that ball a little deeper on the kickoffs. But you can see, you know, the freshman, a lot of potential there.
Sure. Oh, no ifs, ands, or buts about it, partner. 1st and 10 for Goddard. Montoya, the quarterback. It's going to be shotgun left for Goddard from the 37-yard line, right hash. It is handed off.
Oh.
And that's a heck of a hit by Joaquin Bolaños.
Sure was. He had a head of steam. The runner did. I think that was Perez, but Bolaños was a brick wall there. Still a good run on first down. Got 4.5.
I mean, you're right. He running real hard, excuse me, and then just to hit a brick wall, Joaquin Bolaños. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, Coach, I'm going back to the scouting days here. 1, 2, 4-man front here.
Oh, they're being pressured from the outside.
And that's Zach Carrasco.
Yeah, and he's got a helper on the sidelines there, if you noticed. Coach Lynn got a graduate assistant on the sidelines there. Did you see who that was?
Yeah, I saw that, and that's
Justin Carrasco, former Coyote great. Great running back for this team. Return man. Doing pretty well at the college level, too.
Yeah, absolutely. So 3rd down and 6 now for Goddard. Speed option, and Montoya will keep it himself and will go nowhere. Matter of fact, a loss of.
Yeah, Mason Greathouse. 3rd tackle for loss in the game, including a half sack and a deflected pass. So Greathouse appears to be back, partner.
For now.
He appears to be.
I mean, he did sustain that injury, and so hopefully he can stay healthy.
All right, punt time for Goddard as they face a 4th and about 6. I'm okay with running a fake here. Try to get yourself back in the ball game as we wind down the 3rd quarter, but it will be a punt. It will be a short one. Out of bounds at the 40.
All right. I have a text message here. Severe thunderstorm warning. 51 minutes remaining. Bulletin immediate broadcast requested. Severe thunderstorm warning. National Weather Service from Midland, Odessa, Texas. 7:51. November 1st. The National Weather Service in Midland has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for southeast New Mexico, Eddy County, and southeast New Mexico until 8:45 p.m. Mountain time. And let's see here. It says at 7:51 p.m. a severe thunderstorm was located over Loving, over 10 miles southeast of Carlsbad, moving north at 15 miles an hour. Hazard 60-mile-an-hour winds, gust, and quarter-size hail. Source of this is radar indicated. Impact high. Damage of vehicles is expected. Expected wind damage to roofs and trees.
Is that likely to miss us unless it changes direction?
Right there, that's what it looks like. And I think it's not going to hit us, but it could. So let's see what happens. 21-0 is the score if you're just now tuning in to Roswell Coyote football. And what do we have, Coach?
I missed the penalty, but a hold on a hold on that punt. No return, kicked out of bounds. All right. But it will be 1st and 10, not 1st and 20, as it occurred on the play that was the change of possession.
Okay, so 1st and 10 from the 30. Cloud behind Palomino. There's the toss to Cloud.
And a pretty good job by Goddard. They forced him back inside where the help was, and they limit it to about a 3-yard carry for Cloud.
Well, you are pretty close to your prediction, Coach, but the 3rd quarter will expire. That means we're going to take a timeout. Kyle's lead by 21. KSVTV.com, 106.5, Roswell Talk FM.
This is an important service update from...
We are back. 21-0 is the score as the third quarter expires. Coach, I think the Roswell Coyotes, well, let me go back. Your prediction, 34-7?
Yeah, I said 34-7. And honestly, I was thinking that might have been a little too high, and that, of course, easy for me to say now that it looks like they may not get there. No, Roswell could score 2 more times. That's not out of the realm of possibility. I don't know if Goddard can get on the board. I mean, the way this defense is playing, I'm not sure they can march down the field and score. Now they could score on a big hitter,
right?
You know, if they catch Castillo or maybe Porras down the sideline or something like that. But boy, if they continue to just try to grind it out on the ground, I don't see them doing it.
2nd down and 7 from the 33. We'll call it left hash, and there's the fake toss. Palomino's just going to take it himself, and well, I would have thought he would have cut that up.
Yeah, I thought so too. Going to get a couple of yards out of it.
Well, as they say, when in doubt, go out.
And again, you know, you've been injured once in the game.
Yeah.
That sideline looks a little more enticing than normal.
Yeah.
We'll bring up a 3rd and about 6.
6, yeah. 3rd down and 6. Palomino, the quarterback, shotgun formation, dropping back to pass. Quick little dump over to Cloud. Cloud on his feet.
Yeah, great job. Great job by the Goddard Rocket defense.
Yeah, and probably a loss of one maybe, huh?
Yeah, maybe. That's going to be a completion for
a loss.
Yeah, or no yards. See where they spot it. Yeah, got to go -1 on that.
Yeah, that looks down on the sidelines on the south side. I see Abe Toscano down there on the bench, and that's not looking too good right now.
Yeah, got his dad down there too.
Yeah, parents are down there, and
oh yeah,
we hope a recovery for that young man. We need him desperately.
Oh, absolutely. Watch the fake here.
Well, very, very. Carrasco with another stellar kick.
He could have got it. If he'd have taken off, he could have got it. But
Carrasco was down there for a second.
Tackle made by number 28. I believe that is Williams. Kyle Williams. So we'll see if the Goddard Rockets can prove me wrong here and move the ball down the field. They just haven't been willing to go to the passing game at all, even in what appear to be passing downs. Now, first series, they had no chance to. I mean, they tried, but they had no chance to because of the pass rush. So I don't know. It's a 3-touchdown game, and you've got 11 minutes. Let's see what the game plan is here for Coach Bolaños.
Montoya 1st and 10 from the 30, 21-0. Coyotes do lead here in the 4th quarter. And that, my friends, is picked off by number 5, Bubba Marujo. So good job by Bubba Marujo.
Absolutely. Just played it perfectly, stayed with him. Turned when they're supposed to turn. Found the ball plenty of time. And really, you want to see the receiver become a defender in that situation. He just kind of kept running with him. And you got to protect that football. But a great job by Bubba Marujo. And he puts on the jewelry.
Sure does.
The
turnover.
The turnover necklace. Chain. I think
there
they
you
call
go.
it a chain.
You better call it a chain, not a necklace. Palomino
Oh, boy.
up the middle. And he has plenty of arm. Go back 5 more yards.
or just get a little more air on him and give him a chance.
Well,
but,
yeah, more air, but I'd like to see him actually drop back even more. Just because, I mean, he has that good of an arm, and it gives some time to clear out a little bit. But
you want him to see those old 1990s NFL 37-step drops.
Absolutely, with his arm. Yeah, absolutely. A little bit more. I mean, you want to take that. Maybe he was 6 and 7. Maybe get that 8 and 9 drop a little bit. But I mean, call me crazy, but I think we have to.
Look out! Here's Cloud. He's going to get a first down.
Have the first down.
11 yards for Jalen Cloud. Finally found a little running room, and that's helpful on 2nd and 10. New set of downs into Rocket territory.
right, second down and 10. 21-0. Palomino rolling out to the right side. And is trying, I think he was looking for Luke Lynn.
Yeah, I mean, that was either too tall for Luke or too short for Colby, so I'm not sure who the intended target was there. But Jacob, he has not been sharp with his accuracy tonight by any stretch. You know, in the last couple of games, he really has been. And, and tonight, I don't know if it's partly to do with the injury or no. Completed his first pass, but only 30 yards in the air for Jacob Palomino tonight.
All right, Palomino. There's that speed option, and this goes out of bounds.
Yeah, no, 0 yards. And I'm fine with that, but you got to pick up 4 or 5, 6 yards if you're going to run that.
Because the short side of the field.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, or in general.
Yeah, because now it's going to bring up. Oh, I thought that was third down. So I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I was fooled by the clock operator.
Yeah, the clock hasn't been
I thought
keeping
this
up
was
at
going
all.
to be fourth down. So
that's all right. Third down and 10 from the 49-yard line. All right, Palomino rolling out to the right side. And he's going to throw back to the left side. There's Jalen Cloud. 30, 25, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Coyotes. Skimming the field and no flags.
49 yards on that one to a wide open Jalen Cloud. And how about the execution on that play? Just perfect in every aspect. Bought the fake entirely. Jalen Cloud all by himself down the sidelines. Perfect throw. Nice run after the catch. And the Coyotes take a 27-point lead. Throw it.
Well, did they get it in? They can return it. No.
No, can't
so it failed. It's going to be failed. So the Coyotes now lead 27-8. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be right back. KSPTV.com. Coyote football.
Check out some of the bargains you'll find this week at your local Farmers Country Market. Select bottles of International Delight coffee creamers are $3.88 each, and select boxes of Wide Awake single-serve coffee pods are $3.98 each. In produce, snack-sized juicy oranges are 4 for $1, and 6-ounce containers of blackberries, blueberries, or raspberries are 2 for $5. In the meat department, family packs of 80% lean ground beef are $3.59 a pound, and pork baby back ribs are $2.99 a pound. These are just some of the savings you'll find this week at your local Farmers Country Market.
All right, we are back. Coyotes do score on a 49-yard touchdown pass from Palomino to Cloud. And PAT fails. I assume I didn't see it. Was it an attempted PAT or a two-point conversion?
No, they lined up to kick it, but it was a bad snap. And one of the players brought up from the JV team, who happens to be a quarterback, tried to make something out of nothing there, but throws the interception. Just a failed attempt. Doesn't go down as that. Oh, thought they might try a starburst, but they just run in the middle of the field where everybody is. And it's going to be number 12 on the tackle. That is Nick Anaya. Having a good game. Had the interception in the first half. And starter still out there defensively for Roswell. Don't see anybody who's not a regular rotation defensive player. And honestly, a little surprised. I thought we'd see some subs with the four-score lead here.
I don't think it's enough yet.
Well, it's plenty, but
I just don't think so yet. Coyotes haven't played well. They really haven't.
No. Well, defensively.
Defensively, yes.
Well, this is why.
Carrasco will get credit for the for the tackle.
His 7th for the game, but a big hitter, probably the biggest play of the game for Goddard. Was that Jordan Chavez? I think it was. So the Rockets on the move, looking to get into Coyote territory for maybe only the second or third time, perhaps.
There's a fumble. Montoya just falls on it. I assume it's Montoya. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it is. And Dom Silva will get credit for a tackle for loss there.
It infuriates me that they don't put possessions in heights and stuff. It's not a, but whatever.
Yeah, coach is out there. Fill out max preps as completely as possible. I mean, the kids deserve it.
Well, sure they do.
I mean, if you don't want to put stats on there, that's one thing, but let's let us acknowledge these kids.
All right, so that's going to be handed off. And it is Isaiah Montoya still at the quarterback position for Goddard.
And Mikey Lucero on the tackle. And Goddard just content to run the ball here. Of course, they've had disastrous results and they've tried to throw it, so you can kind of see why.
Yeah, just making sure things are good down there. Something just didn't look right there for me, but I guess everything's fine. All right, so it's going to be 3rd down and 13.
That won't be enough. Now I'll be real curious to see if they go for it here.
Well, you're in the 4th quarter. You're down by 27. Now, I think you probably should.
Certainly a gettable distance. I mean, it's still 8. Looks like they're going to punt. At least line up the punt. Castillo will be back for Coyotes. Always a dangerous return option for the Coyotes. They have a few, but it's pretty much been Castillo's job, and he's done a good job with it.
All right, is there a
delay game?
Timeout? Delay game? Oh, okay, that's what it is. Delay game on Goddard.
So they will for sure punt it now.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I think they were going to anyway. Although I would have really liked the fake punt call right there in that situation, 4th and 8.
Yeah, I didn't see any action on film from Goddard indicating any kind of fake punts or anything. You?
No.
Okay, got an update. Deming 15, Gadsden 0.
And I said that the home team would win that one. So let's see if that prediction holds true. Punt will be a decent one. It'll roll down to 27. That's where the Coyotes will take over. With 7:14 left here, 27-0 lead.
We'll be back. We're going to take a break?
Yep.
All right, KSVTV.com, 106.5, Roswell's Talk FM.
Find your path to a greater future with Eastern New Mexico University. If you're looking to take the next step in your higher education journey, both in person and online, Eastern New Mexico University is the place for you. ENMU is now accepting applications for spring 2025. So don't miss out on your opportunity to join more than 5,700 fellow Greyhounds on this exciting path to student success. For more information, visit enmu.edu. Eastern New Mexico University. Student success, that's what we're about.
All right, we are back. KSVTV.com, 106.5, Roswell Talk FM. All right, 1st and 10 for the Roswell Coyotes, pistol formation. And that's going to be number 3, Castillo, on his feet. Running a long way for nothing because it's a loss of about 2.
Yeah, I'm just trying to use the speed. I've been impressed with the speed of the linebackers, the front 7 of the Goddard Rockets. They really do string those plays out and have done a good job containing the run. And honestly, if the offense could have mustered anything, they could have maybe kept them in the game. But Just too much. Coyotes too much for him defensively. And that's Cloud again, I believe.
Yeah, that's Cloud.
For about 6. So Cloud getting the work as Toscano, some kind of injury that hopefully 2 weeks can take care of. Can bring up a 3rd down and short.
Oh, there's a fumble, and Cloud recovers it. No, it looks like it might be Goddard ball.
No, I think Roswell got back on.
Did he get it?
Yeah, Goddard's not celebrating that. So I'm not sure who you give that fumble to, if you get it to Palomino or Cloud. Cloud was the intended, so we're going to give a -1 to Cloud on that. I think a lineman got on it. It's appeared like they're going to go for it here, though. Nothing to lose, especially 4th and 5 or less. You might draw them off.
All right, 4th and 5, and they're going to go for it. Palomino, sorry, Coach, I'm doing some text messages there, getting some updates. But Palomino rolling out, and he's going to throw it out to the flat area, and it's going to be an incomplete pass, and the Goddard Rockets will take over on downs.
Yeah, Jacob just a little off. Overthrows Colby Sanchez. Probably had him for enough yardage there if he can get in the ball, but just one of those days for Jacob Palomino. He'll bounce back from it. Does have a touchdown pass in the game. He's got 2 rushing touchdowns in the game. He's had an effective game, just not throwing the football so much.
Okay, 1st down and 10 for the Goddard Rockets. Ball on the 45. And it's going to be positive yardage for Goddard. 27-0 is the score. 4 minutes and 50 seconds left in the ball game. The time is 8:17. Haven't really got any scores throughout the state.
Well, we started early, so we probably won't have any.
Well, just from the Deming-Gaston game. Deming 15-0.
Yeah, it's 2 pretty evenly matched teams, I think, and I just took the team with the home field advantage. Nicely done there, and it looks like Aiden Rutley, the disruptor. Bring up 3rd and short, I should say. 3rd and 1. And they'll definitely go here if they don't get it. And still the regulars. No non-rotation players out there for Roswell. I really thought we'd see some bench players. I mean, we're under 4 minutes, 4th quarter. You've got a 4-touchdown lead, and you still got your starters out there.
Yeah, well, it's going to be 1st down now for the Goddard Rockets.
And Bolaños on the tackle, but not before he gets the 1st down. Isaiah Montoya, I believe it was, the keeper.
All right, 1st down and 10. Goddard Rockets just utilizing the clock here.
Yeah, outcome is not in question. So they're just basically trying to keep our offense off the field, to be honest.
Well, and I get it. It's pretty smart.
But with the 1st team defense out there for Roswell, and Rutley again, just grabbing him with one hand, pulling him down. You know, I got to think that Coach Fortner wants to keep that 0 on the scoreboard.
Oh, it'd be nice. How many shutouts has the Roswell Coyotes had this year?
That's a great question. The answer is 1. They shut out Santa Teresa 47-0.
All right, 2nd and 9. The clock continues to run. Little counter, it looks like, for Goddard.
And Brandon Janow. So we finally get at least one backup out there as Janow makes the tackle. Backup linebacker.
Third down and 3. We're under 2 minutes now.
Yeah, no urgency. Goddard would like to just go down here and score and run out the clock, probably.
Well, we'll see what happens. All right, so a minute and 37 seconds left. Coyotes lead 27-0.
And Bolaños with yet another tackle.
Yeah, I was real surprised on the east side. Not very many Goddard Rocket fans.
Well, and it's that crowd's gotten thinner, and even our crowd isn't really what a typical Roswell Goddard game would draw.
Yeah, well, I do anticipate these two teams seeing each other again. The Roswell Coyotes are going to win this ball game, and we'll end up getting the first round bye, and we'll probably end up getting the number 1 seed. I don't foresee that. It is. It's.
No, they've wrapped that.
They wrapped it up, and they will be the district champion. So good things happening at Roswell High School. The volleyball team, 21-1. They are the district champion. Boys soccer went to the state playoffs. They are the district champion. And the Roswell Coyotes are currently 7-1, about to be 8-1, will be the district champion. And I think Jeff Lynn said it well today in the pep assembly. We are the smallest 5A school in the state of New Mexico.
Out? That ball is out.
Smallest 5A school in New Mexico, and the Roswell Coyotes doing their job in athletics.
And Janow with the fumble recovery. So that should do it as far as keeping them off the board. So that will make Coach Fortuner happy. And now we get the confirmation. Not sure who forced the fumble. Janow recovered it.
Yeah, a minute, 18 seconds left.
And expect 3 running plays here. Should do it. I mean, you could even kneel. And it appears they will. Victory formation for the Roswell Coyotes.
Yeah, and that's going to do it. The Roswell Coyotes are going to win this contest of a score of 27-0. And, well, start the clock. There you go. I mean, that's only been 10 seconds since you started it. So start the clock and let it go down. So I know you're doing that, Tally. Quickly, Coach, because I know you're good to go, and Coyotes will get the first round bye. And the number 1 seed in the state of New Mexico will be taking on the winner of the 8-9 seed, and the Goddard Rockets will await their seeding. I do anticipate they will be in the state tournament. Regardless, their record of 2-8.
Yeah, they're in. They're in.
They're in.
Yeah.
So, all right, Coach, let's take a break. And we'll come back and talk some stats, and we'll close the game out. We'll be right back. Coyote Football on KSVPTV.com, 106.5 Roswell Talk FM.
So your pecans aren't as big and bountiful as they used to be? Well, what would Jim Gill do?
Hi, this is Ben from Roswell Seed Company. Few people knew as much about pecans as Jim Gill. And if he were here today, he'd tell you it was time to fertilize. He'd tell you just what you need and show you how to use it. Then he'd make some joke about your neighbors making fun of your nuts.
So when there's trouble with your pecans, head for Roswell Seed Company and ask them, what would Jim Gill do?
Are you ready to succeed? The School of Arts and Sciences at ENMU Roswell covers a broad curriculum. The certificates and degrees offered within these programs will prepare students to realize personal, professional, and occupational objectives, from ag science and agricultural technology to behavioral science, biology, bookkeeping and accounting, business administration, criminal justice, education, and mathematics. ENMU Roswell can set you up for success. Register now on campus or online at roswell.enmu.edu. Eastern New Mexico University, Roswell. Success starts here.
Wakefield Oil Express has the highest quality service in Roswell with a 17-point full-service oil change that includes a full wash and vacuum at their car wash. You won't find a better deal. They also offer full synthetic oil changes, fuel and cabin filter replacements, and will even check your battery. Their Total Wash isn't afraid of dirty vehicles. They have the best value wash in town with free vacuums. They even offer wash passes that can be used for multiple vehicles. Next time you need your oil changed, go to the fast and efficient Wakefield Oil Express and let them earn your business. 3204 North Main, Roswell.
At Richland Motors, it's never been easier to sell or trade your current car, truck, or SUV for a newer model to hit the road in. Even if you don't purchase from Richland, they want to buy your vehicle for top dollar. But if you do buy from Richland, don't forget, they're the home of the powertrain warranty for life. That's a whole lot of confidence for you. See Richland for details. 2nd and Sycamore and 1309 Southeast Main.
Central Valley Electric is continually learning and advancing technology that improves electric service, reliability, and safety, and in turn enhancing the quality of life for members that we serve in our local communities. CVE offers an account management program called SmartHub that allows members to track their usage, set up convenient pay methods, and the ability to manage their energy use with smart technologies. A secure system such as SmartHub is an easy tool to use. To sign up, visit cvecoop.org and click SmartHub to get started.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota compact tractors. The Kubota L Series is the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S. They're designed for easy operation and feature performance meshed attachments. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0% APR for up to 84 months. Now through December 31st. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Visit your local Kubota dealer, Amigo Machinery at 2801 Southeast Main Street in Roswell.
All right, welcome back. AS3PTV.com. Coyotes win 27-0 in the last contest of New Mexico high school football before the playoffs. Coach McDonald, you have some stats for us.
I do. I had the freshman Benjamin Vetta 3 for 3 on field goal extra point attempts that he actually got to kick. He had a bad snap on the fourth one. Zai Carrasco 2 punts for a total of 119 yards. That's a 59-yard average. Defensively, Coyotes had Joaquin Bolaños and Zai Carrasco, each with 7 tackles. 5 for Aiden Rutley. 2 of those were for losses. 4 for Mason Greathouse. 3 of those were for losses. Keegan Nichols chipped in with 3, as did Mikey Lucero and Dominic Silva. David Galmon chipped in with 2 and 1 tackle each for Brandon Janow, Gage Gladue, Nick Anaya, Noah Lynn. Nick Anaya also had an interception, as did Bubba Marujo, and 1 fumble recovery by Brandon Janow. There were 2 sacks in the game, 1.5 sacks from Rutley, 1/2 a sack for Mason Greathouse. Offensively, Coyotes played 3 quarterbacks tonight. Luke Lynn was 2 for 3 for 26 yards. Zai Carrasco 2 for 2 for 34 yards and a touchdown. And Jacob Palomino 6 of 13 for 79 yards and a touchdown. A.B. Toscano caught 1 ball for 6. Colby Sanchez 1 catch for 25. Matt Castillo 1 catch for 9 yards. Luke Lynn 2 catches for 9 yards. Keegan Nichols 2 catches for 50 yards. Mason Greathouse 1 catch for 4 yards and a touchdown. And Jalen Cloud 2 catches for 48 yards and a touchdown. Running the football, Matt Castillo 1 carry for -2 yards. Keegan Nichols 1 carry for 24 yards. Luke Lynn 1 carry for -4 yards. Luis Godoy 4 carries for 34 yards. Zai Carrasco 6 carries for 10 yards. Jalen Cloud 6 carries for 27 yards. A.B. Toscano 9 carries for 46, and Jacob Palomino 11 carries, 27 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Those are your stats, partner.
Well, sounds good. Once again, the Roswell Coyotes in regular season with the victory, 27-0 over the crosstown rivals. The Goddard Rockets now fall to 2-8 overall and 1-6 in district play as they await Saturday, possibly Sunday morning, to see if they're in the playoffs. I assume they will be. I think they could end up being an 8-9 seed. Therefore, they could end up, well, I won't even go there. The Roswell Coyotes now will improve their record to 8-1, 6-1 in district play. They will remain the number 1 team in the state of New Mexico. They will get the first round bye. They will be off next week and await to see who they play, 8 or 9. And could that be the could that be the Goddard Rockets once again?
There's a very good chance.
Well, we'll see what happens. We're going to sign out. Art Sandoval, Kelly McDonald from the Wool Bowl. Safe travels back to your destination. We'll see you next time, and it's always a great day to be a Coyote. Have a good night.
That concludes this edition of Roswell Coyote Sports on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Sports on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and online at ksbptv.com is presented by Artesia General Hospital, Bob Reed Pest Control, Candlewood Suites, Central Valley Electric Cooperative, Dion's Pizzas, Salads, and Subs, Eastern New Mexico University, Farmers Country Market, Moppin and Brown Dentistry, Pecos Valley Equipment, Richland Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, Roswell Seed, Trustmark Roofing, Eastern New Mexico University Roswell, Inigo Machinery, Richland Motors, Wakefield Oil, Plateau, Fergie's Plumbing and Heating, and Wakefield Oil Express. We now return you to your regular scheduled programming.
For these tricks. These calls are